And we should be live in a minute. Love is my religion. Love is my religion. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people coming in this morning. Let me start shout out by the people who are here first. So shout out to Miss Goldie Robinson. Great goodies, thank you for being the first one in this morning. Shout out to Miss Goldie Robinson. Thank. Oh, wait, on my beard. Oh, oil. Shout out to Miss Goldie Robinson. Shout out to Rosalind Smichael. Thank you for being here this morning. PG in the building. Donna Davis is here. Marie's Message 411 TV. Big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Audrey Wright is with us. S Diva is here. Onika St. John is in the building with us this morning. 5Field 63 all the way from England is with us this morning. Sharon Ingram is here. Thank you for being here. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr, big up yourself, bro. Thank you for being here. Great goodies. Thank you for being here, Justin Brown. Let's Bond TV, bro. You're in the building early. Thank you for being here, Virtuous Fire. Mistress B talks health and wellness with a twist. Thank you for being here this morning, Sharon Spence. Nans, thank you for being here, Nans. Elaine Brown, Black Eagle is in the building this morning. Lovely Aneka is in the building this morning as well. BM says, good morning, morning blessings, everyone. When I know some OCD, so I have to do the intro exactly how I do it, or else I'm going to be off for the whole morning. Virtuous Fire. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers, garbage truck drivers. Shout out to the school teachers. Shout out to the students going out to school. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to the heavy equipment operators. Shout out to construction workers. Shout out to the bus boys, chefs in kitchens, secretaries in offices, strippers on poles, girls them run a back road, whatever it is that you do. I'm not judging you. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Don't make the partner skip you. If you want good for others as much as you want good for yourself, you're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Today is the 12th of August, 2025, and we made it. We're here. Somebody dropped out yesterday. Somebody never make it till today. We're here. And for those of you who are here and you're here healthy and strong, your two eye them work this morning, your fingers them still go so your toes, you get up out of the bed, your legs work, all these things, give thanks and give some extra thanks. All right. Not forget the pum pum and body givers. I'll just then on the one them on pole and round the back road, them the Audrey. Big up to them. Oh, the prostitutes. Them there, the sex workers. That no a back road with just a back road and done. Shout out to now, Audrey. Have me, I think I'll kind of something now, cause I'm always thinking of how to do business. You know how to start a new business and something like the river rafting that they have in Jamaica. I noticed that it's only men, and the man them that they are rubbed down, the woman them that come to get rubbed down on the river rafting. So I was wondering if I could start a business with women, and the women will be the ones who some good looking girl, where do the massage down and think. And the woman them always want to get themselves rubbed down by them man. Yeah. So I'm figuring, equalize the thing. Wifey can go on the way the pan fair raft with our rub down guy, and husband can go on the way the pan female raft with him rub down girl. I think that would be a good look. And then you just put something in my head just now, Audrey. Audrey not good enough sometimes. I'm here thinking back road, yeah, and I'm like, well, on back road them have females only. No man not around there. But there are some women who want service and go also. So, for those of you who don't know it, back road is a place in Jamaica. It's like the red light district in other places. Like Amsterdam red light district. Front cell round a back road. Yeah. So what about the women? If we have a back road with a beer man round a back road, but a beer woman gotta go get service. So, she can just on her way from work, go relieve some stress and then go home to her not performing so good, husband or boyfriend, and we even the score. Not true? I mean, I believe in a society where everything is equal for everybody. All right, Audrey, I haven't started off on the wrong thing this morning. Listen, I have a paper in front of me here. We have a lot to talk about this morning. Sean Kingston is going to be sentenced soon. We're going to talk about Sean Kingston for a minute. How much time will he get? There are rumors out there that Sean Kingston is cooperating with the feds or volunteering information in order to reduce his time, all kind of something like that. Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Nice SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm kind of tired, but see me put this something in the WhatsApp there from Andre Stevens here.
What you put in there? Oh yeah. Okay.
The cash app, the cash app something.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bless up yourself.
All right, manners. All right. So it's a cash app where they're doing a back to school treat for the children. So I'm asking anybody once I post it, anybody here who also can afford to give $1, $2, I don't know, someone are well rich, hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars. Whichever one you can do, please help me out and give. I'll make it look good. I'm personally going to give something as well, and I hope you do too. So soon post it in you know what, let me see before we even go any further, because I don't want to lose it and then forget. If I don't find it, then we'll just do it when this live ends. I'll just pin it as the first comment, which most of you never go back and check anyways. So, especially when they have nothing to do with something like this. They'll be like, yeah, I'm never see it SouFLo. Yeah, so Sean Kingston is going to be sentenced sometime soon. We're going to talk about that. Andre Maurice Whitaker, who is also a popular Jamaican dancehall artist known as Squash. Squash time is running out for Squash. Squash must decide if he's going to accept the plea deal from the feds or if he's going to take this to trial. Take the feds to trial. All right. Those are two. Jamaica US visa requirements, Jamaica UK visa requirements could be lifted. Could be lifted. If you know, Jamaica is Jamaica is a British colony. Some people will say it was a British colony. I say it is a British colony. Still the slave yard, because our highest court is still in the UK, and our law lords in Jamaica still listen to the law lords in the UK, and the law lords in the UK are superior to our law lords in Jamaica. That makes it that common sense would tell us that are the big yard and we are the slave yard. So it's not change. All right. That's why I have an issue with our independence and these things. Even though we celebrate, because we celebrate leaving the plantation, but we don't celebrate so we are truly independent. I have a bone with that. Anyhow, we are required to apply for and be granted a visa before we can enter into the master's house, so to speak, travel to the UK. And that might be changing. That might be changing, where Jamaica might not be required to get a visa in order, but certain things have to also fall into place as well. So there's a very important person, a VIP, who is going to put some things in perspective for us, which I'll give you the information as we go on this morning. One of the biggest things that's happening in Jamaica right now, along the lines of what we're going to be talking about this morning, is a policeman who, him alongside his significant other, his woman, and his child, were all gunned down day before yesterday. The woman died. The child went to the hospital clinging to life, and then later on in the night, the child died as well. And the police officer is now battling for his life. It's a hit that looked like it was meant to be a triple murder. He survived. and we're going to talk about the details behind that and what's going on with that and that and that. All right. On a lighter note, there is also Vybz Kartel returning to the Barclays. As you know, Vybz Kartel's first show in the United States of America after 13 years behind bars and after about 2 decades of not being in the US or not being allowed to enter the US. His first show was at the Barclays recently, where he not only did one, he did two. And he did a back-to-back. But we're going to talk more about not only him returning to the Barclays, but other things surrounding that as well. All right, before we do that, let's see if I can see the link right here, and I'll share it. The sister just called about the link, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. Okay. This Cash App info, I will attempt to put it right there. So the Cash App info long one. I'm learning that in life, nothing is difficult. You just have to go at it and get it done. So I'm going at this to get it done instead of complaining. HTTPS, them kind of funny squiggly mark, the 2 / point up, one more / again, $, and then capital A and C. She gonna have to call me back because I don't know if these are L's or ones, and it can be a 1 because there's a 1 in the number, and the 1 don't look like it. They look like L's. Let me see. Nope. Yeah, she have to go call me back. I'm not making sense of that Cash App. Anyway, on with our show we go. I have it right here, but I don't want to put the wrong information up there. All right. I can't decipher if those are L's or I know they're not 1s because there's a 1 beside it in the numerical part of the name. People, let me give you one advice, right? You know, I'm gonna say advise is advice. Let me give you an advice. When you're doing like social media stuff and you do like them long name there, like Cash App or your business email or the name of your business, do something that is easy for people to spell and easy for people to pronounce. If you look on mine, it's simple. SouFLoTV, SouFLoTV. And even when people make a mistake and say slow flow or whatever they want to call it, it's still simple that once you hear it a couple of times, you resonate with it and the spelling is not hard to catch. SouFLo, SOUFLO, SouFLo. Right? It's not too long. Like when your name is long, it gives you a fight in the search engine, and it gives you a fight for people who can't find you when them go try to find you if you type out your whole name like this, and oftentimes type in the wrong thing and these kind of things. Just a little word of advice. There was one sister who was trying to help to grow her channel, and I told her that the name of her channel was too long. And I gave her suggestions if she could change it to a shorter name. I think she get vexed and she just never talked to me no more about that. But I was just trying to be helpful. You know, I said that too because the lady who I said, she responded with like, but coupon YouTube kind of thing. After she did send she sent me a long email saying she never take it like that. And she don't know why I take it like that or whatever. Listen, when I say these things, is no animosity involved, my friend. I was just saying it because that's how I took it. Okay? All right. We're still good. No bad blood. Where are they now? Jerome Pearson. Me no know Jerome. I don't know. Junior Copeland, big up yourself. Jamaica Prime Minister has to swear allegiance to the Queen or the King when they are being sworn in. Yet them chat about being independent. Fire for that. Junior Copeland tell that to the rest of the people in Jamaica who love to celebrate independence. Also, on that note, man, we've been doing this for so many years now that there's no topic out there that we have not touched. So I should actually be, half of the time when I speak, I'm regurgitating stuff I've already done and put out there and done research for and put out there. Like, for instance, I went and found the oath that they must take when they are summoned to the Privy Council, like Andrew Holness was summoned to the Privy Council, and to be a part of the Queen's Council. Well, the Queen is no longer alive. So if you're summoned to the Privy Council now, you will have to be a part of the King's Council, right? It's a special part of the Privy Council. Remember, back then we had peak interest in it because Vybz Kartel case was heading in that direction, and Andrew Holness went there first. So we were like, if Andrew become a part of the Privy Council and the Privy Council is going to be the one deciding the fate of Vybz Kartel and the rest of the guys, Sean Storm, Kahir, and Andre St. John, if the Privy Council is going to be deciding that and our Prime Minister is going to be on that board, isn't that like a conflict of interest? And what if he don't like Cartel? Then we learned that that's a completely different side of the Privy Council, and he won't be on the panel that decides that. So even then, we have to think outside the box. So we said, he won't be, but I can only imagine somebody like the Prime Minister of Jamaica is in the building and you all are Privy Council, they would still run that information by him anyways, regardless. You know what I mean? What is your opinion on this guy? What do you think about this guy? Was he a menace in your country as far as you know? Or do you think that there's something wrong with his case that, I was trying to get people to see? So in the process of doing all that and looking up certain things, I stumbled upon the oath that they must take. And the oath that they must take requires the Prime Minister of Jamaica to basically put everything above and all interest, to put everything below and all interest below, and the Queen's interest or the interest of the monarchy above all interest. So his allegiance by that oath is to the monarchy, the British monarchy. It's not to Jamaica. And you can't have two allegiance and I say, I'm all faithful to, and your business come first. But then you tell Jamaican people, I'm all faithful to you and your business come first. Obviously, one of them is going to take precedence over the other one, right? Right. So I don't know, maybe he's able to say that for formalities, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't see King Charles sitting there saying, put Jamaica's business before ours, but I'll still keep you on the King's Council or the Queen's Council. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And not only that, we also learned that whatever decisions have to be made are ran through the Governor General from the Prime Minister, and then the Governor General check with England and then get the orders and then give it back to the Prime Minister, who then delegates on the ground who does what next. That's how your country is ran. That's what we're talking about right here, right now. That's how the country run. So the Governor General is there for a reason. If you want to know when purposes, he is like, in slave yard terms now, he's the overseer. So King Charles is not on the plantation all the time. Therefore, he needs an overseer to make sure that things are going good on the plantation. Our Prime Minister can't make certain decisions without running it through the Governor General first. And the Governor General must consult with his higher masters who run the whole thing, which is back in the UK. This is factual. Anybody who wants to challenge that, please call me and challenge that. So knowing this, it is a fallacy for us to go around saying we're independent, because we're not. Until we can make those choices on our own without having to go to somebody else for a final decision, we are not independent. My mommy can't pay my bills and my daddy pay my bills, and me I tell people say I'm independent. How am I independent when my parents pays my bills? Right? All right. Anyway, with that said, any one of these topics is a go. I want you to choose this morning because we have some time where we are going to run this out. Do you want to start with Sean Kingston sentencing? Now listen up, because you're going to choose. Do you want to start with Sean Kingston sentencing, which is in 2 days? Or do you... Whoa. For Sean Kingston right now, I'll probably be at home like this. biting up my nails and stuff. I've never been to prison before. Do you want to start with Sean Kingston sentencing? Do you want to start with Squash? And his time is running out as well to accept the Fed deal or say, F it, I don't want your deal, take it to trial. Or do you want to start out with the Jamaica UK visa something first? Or do you want to start out with the policeman and his family that was gunned down in Jamaica 2 days ago first? We have other things on the list, but we just don't want to confuse you. Well, the other thing on the list is Vybz Kartel returns to Barclays, but Alkaline is also going to be at Barclays. And you know, said something they go on recently where, you know, a man say when Alka see him, when him see him, hold him up, he got defend that, and everybody meet up in a one place, problem could have did it. Any one of those y'all choose, I'll run with. All right. The time starts now. Boy, I said, let's ban TV, jump on it early. Brother said, police. Do Kingston first. One person, Audrey said Kingston, everybody else said, do the police something first. The police something is leading the way. Sean Kingston sentencing is only 2-3 people. I said, Sean Kingston, I have police, were 30 seconds in. Ferran police, bad guy. I'll be a police up on the screen. Getting tired of Cartel, so let's do police, says Mel. You're getting tired of Cartel, Mel? Boy, I saw it going on. When you're out here winning, people start get tired of you, you know? I think it's something innate with us that we hate to see our own win. So we have to be careful, even those of us who claim so we wish people good. When you find yourself start saying stuff like, yeah, I get tired of them now. I mean, what have they done except for do what they're supposed to do? If you're famous, your job is to stay famous. If you sell records and you're in entertainment, your job is to stay on everybody's tongue, so to speak, or in everybody's forefront of their mind, so to speak, right? If you're not, then people stop chat about you, then your records stop sell, then nobody wants to book you for a show anymore, and then the bad mind people are going to love to talk about you now. Look how him fall off. You don't see nobody not chat about him again. You don't see nobody though. Who? Oh, him still make music? Oh, why him flop, man? Him drop off long time. So I understand when you say, you know, you're tired of Cartel now. Cartel just came out of prison. He's been gone for 13 years. You're tired of him already? I know, I understand. He's been working extra and overtime and running laps around people. So he's probably here, there, and everywhere right now. All right, to be tired of him. Not true? All right. Thank you for calling before I got started. All right, clear this up for me quickly.
Okay, hold on, SouFlo. I just send you Andre Stevens' number in the chat, all right? In the WhatsApp. Anything you just send him a message, okay?
All right, I will link him then.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. Straight to the source. Cool. All right. Yes, tired. Says well says yes, we're tired. All right, so the police it is. Listen, so I'm reading up through all the newspapers and stuff and trying to put the thing together. I know there are other people out there who have their own version of what they think happened with this police officer. Some of it is accurate, some of it is far-fetched, some of it I'm not on the ground, so I don't know. That's my disclaimer before I get started. When you see a police officer just get gunned down, it is never just random. Something always in a something. Not saying that the police officer is guilty in any way of anything illegal, but something is always connected to something, right? So, with that said, let's get into the details of that. A gang leader is among 2 people who have been killed as cops are searching for those who attacked this policeman and his family. Squatted them now, waste no time. Bare head start bust. Like, and I knew that was gonna happen too. You can't expect to do that to a police officer or a soldier and the land stays calm. right? You must know, say, foot are gonna get kicked away after that. So I was expecting that. Matter of fact, when I saw it happen first, I immediately went into like military mindset, and I just said to myself, because I was driving, and I said to myself, murder everything around there. And then I was like, damn, SouFLo. But I'm not saying for them to go murder innocent people. I just know how the mindset is when you're in uniform and one of your own get hurt in this manner. This is scorched earth after this, okay? Earth I get scorched after this. Any mongoose where I hide a bush I go run out. Any rat where I hide I go run out. Any snake where wrap around tree I come down. This is scorched earth that's going on. So almost immediately after that happened, 2 suspects in Saturday night's deadly attack against a policeman and his family in St. James were cut down during an alleged confrontation with the security forces on Monday morning. One of the deceased is said to be Andre Reed, otherwise called Little Zulu, and we're going to have some more on Little Zulu later. Little Zulu, who is the leader of the top junglist Cotton Defense Force, or KDF gang, that is based in Catherine Mountain in St. James. Albeit the defense gang. I wonder if him did want a soldier at one time. Anyway, it is understood that about 5 a.m. the police were on an intelligence-driven operation, means them get information, so if we go look up in this area because XYZ connected to their case, and so they went into Shooter's Hill to shoot St. Andrew when they were fired up on by Reed. That's according to the police report. The cops reportedly returned fire and Reed was shot. He was transported to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead, and an AK-47 rifle with a magazine affixed to it containing 5 rounds was reportedly seized. There's always 5 rounds. The other suspect, who remained unidentified, was reportedly killed during a police operation in St. James as well. So it was through coordinated town and country operations, a police source that is familiar with the developing situation stated about the operations. News media understands that the police believe that Reed was actually the mastermind behind the gun attack on the policeman assigned to the lottery scam task force and his spouse and their son in a section of the Reddings main road in St. James. His spouse, 36-year-old Latoya Stevenson, and their son, 5-year-old Zamir Morgan, has since succumbed to their injuries, and the police constable remains in the hospital in critical condition, battling for his life. Okay, so in case you're wondering, some of what's going on has been revealed that a hit was put out on the policeman by a individual, a lady by the name of Trapecia Malcolm, and she paid Romario to do the killing of Detective Morgan and his common-law wife, allegedly, which is Latoya. They weren't married. The policeman and her weren't married, but they were common-law wife and husband. And she is dead. And the their 5-year-old son, one news media house said he's 6, one news media house said he's 5. The little boy succumbed to his injury as well. The police officer is fighting for his life at the moment. Now, the story surrounding that is that the police officer saw the woman who they're looking for and the individual who they're looking for, Romario. I think Romario got killed, or he's still on the run. Last time I checked this morning, he was still a person of interest. Hadn't been killed yet, or hadn't been caught yet either. But I didn't see Trapecia Malcolm on a wanted something by the police. So I'm confused as to who they're really like is Trapecia. So this is the story. Trapecia Malcolm apparently is into car dealership business, right? getting cars from overseas and selling them locally in Jamaica. Car imported. And it is said that the policeman made a deal with her to get a vehicle. And she did not deliver, but she wants to keep the money. And the money is in the amount of over $2 million, right? 2 million Jamaican dollars. So eventually, well, the police has been calling, trying to get in touch with her, trying to get his money, trying to get the vehicle. I mean, either you give me my money or you give me the vehicle, right? One or the two. The date where you said the vehicle was supposed to come, pass and gone a long time. You know, give me back my money. I've heard from other sources that it wasn't even his. It was for a family member that he made the deal to get the vehicle. So it wasn't his money. So he's in the middle now looking bad, like him keeping family member money when this person is holding on to the money and hasn't delivered the vehicle. So the person even stopped communication with him, start ducking him, hiding from him or whatever. Eventually, recently, he got a phone call from that person, which he was happy about, that the vehicle is finally here. Come pick up the keys and get your vehicle. So he was like, yes, finally. Now them can come off of my back with this, like me thief them money kind of something. So he went to go pick up the keys to the vehicle. And that's when they were attacked. So it's like, what I'm getting from this is, so somebody scammed you out of some money, but don't want to pay you back. So they hatch a plot to unalive you, so them can keep the money and not worry about nothing. Life is cheap, you know, in Jamaica. Life really cheap, right? So here's another piece of what's happening or what's been put out to the public so far. Quite a few pieces have been put out to the public so far. All right, so the information is not that private anymore, right? So it says police looking for a person of interest in the deadly attack on the cop's family. Next piece of information, and this I'm actually taking from the Jamaica Observer. So was the first piece I just gave to you is from the Jamaica Observer. Police are looking for a person of interest in the deadly attack on the cop's family. St. James, Jamaica. Reports have come forward that the police in St. James are now pursuing a man in relation to the shooting death of a woman and injuring her policeman's spouse and their son. This is before they passed away. Reports are that the man, only so far identified as Romario, is being looked on as a person of interest in the matter and is being asked to turn himself in. It is said that Romario is the one that called the police officer and identified himself as the partner of the person, the woman who runs the car business and took the money from the police officer, right? And he believed it was legitimate, so he's going to go pick up the keys. And him tell himself to come get the keys. But Romario is a contract killer. All this is alleged. Reports are that the man, only so far identified as Romario, is now being looked at as person of interest in the matter and is being asked to turn himself in. The last one said the mastermind was killed. Now, I have a problem with all them people here I get killed with nothing being actually solved, so to speak, right? Like, me know say revenge, you want revenge? Cool. But I wanted to make sure, like, what piece of evidence led you to this person and to know that this person was the mastermind behind this? What piece of irrefutable evidence that could stand up in court and even convict this person? Because if them go offer, this one I said that, all right, boom, go up there, so murder that boy there. That one they said that him involved too, all right, kill him too. Then we might be killing people who not really involved in this, you know, or people who might be close to it but are not directly involved in it, which it would leave the real killers to still be out there. And anybody who did something like this, that's not somebody you want to miss. When you are killed, who forget kill for do this. Because if you leave somebody like this out there who did this, if you have the heart to do this, shoot up a man and him picnic, and him woman. Just murder the whole of them. 5-year-old. It said the little boy was shot in his head. This is somebody you want to make sure that you catch for real, not catch somebody else and scapegoat them as the person who did it. So me would have liked to know. I would like for them to be a bit transparent about the intelligence that led them to or told them that they got the mastermind behind all this. Reports are that the man only so far identified as Romario is being looked on as a person of interest in the matter and is being asked to turn himself in. Romario, you better run go to the police station like them a go dirt you. I'm pretty sure that the next report I hear of you, if you're not dead already, is that you're going to be dead and you were in a shootout with the police. Absolutely sure that's how it's going to be. So if I was you and I did I try to save myself, right? You right now should have run like I saw you bare knee lifts straight to one police station. Them have my name mixed up in a things. Me in here, I'm unarmed, take me in. You know me, I say all of that. Other than that, we already know where it's going to be for you too. Go and go kiss your family, them goodbye, friend. And hey, I just saw it got the ground hot right now. So it is further being reported that Romario had met with the policeman. See, the information is not private. Listen, this is the Jamaica Observer. It says it is further reported, some of the intelligence here, Romario met with the policeman and his spouse to return the car keys on Saturday night under Reading Main Road. Mobile people, if I Reading, tell me say a Reading. Nobody bash me call me I say Reading. All right, Reading Main Road in the vicinity of the Elevate Lounge, just about 8 p.m. Like I told you before, the story says Romario, was the one that called and said him is this partner of the woman who did the deal, and him have the keys and them can come pick up the key because the vehicle is here. All right. The police say it's reported that he's the one that met with the police officer and spouse. After that phone call was made, they made a deal that they were going to meet up at a certain location where he can get the keys. And the spouse, identified as 36-year-old Latoya Stevenson, which I had her picture here, which I didn't put on the icon this morning, but out of respect for her, I think I should put her picture up. Latoya Stevenson of a West Village address. She had reportedly went there, and she was the one that exited the vehicle to retrieve the keys from Romario before making her way back to the vehicle. It is understood that it was during her return back to the vehicle after she get the so-called key them that she was shot and killed. Ambush. Her spouse and their son were also injured during the same assault. The police, who was assigned to the Area 1 Lottery Scam Task Force, received a gunshot wound to his back, while their child received a gunshot wound to his head. They were taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where she was pronounced dead. Her spouse is battling for his life, and the son was hanging on to life, but later on that night passed away as well. So the story not far-fetched, not far-fetched from what is out there. So them take the man money, $2.something million for a car. Them couldn't deliver upon the car, so they tried to figure a way to erase the man so them not have to pay back the money for the car. That's what I'm getting from this so far, right? Couple of things here. One about one of the youth them that was killed, and one about the woman that was killed. Let's go with the one about the youth that was killed first. The women in the area are saying, because them have a picture, you know, and the picture is in his house on a bed. That's where they killed him. Another outer road shootout is in his house on a bed. So they have a picture here of a blood-soaked mattress And according to the women them who were in the area, them say, that youth here no gunman. That youth here didn't fire no gunshot after them. Lie them a tell. The youth here, that youth here is a gallus. Have one bag of woman. And that's about it. We don't know him to be no gunman, no gangster, no nothing, right? I murder them going in a man bedroom, go murder him. See the mattress, they're full of blood. On the bed, them put him down, and next thing we hear boom, boom, boom. Although the police say that Andre, otherwise known as Little Zulu Reed, was the alleged leader of the KDF gang, his loved ones said that he has a clean slate and that he was not a gangster. Lie them a tell upon him. The 33-year-old was fatally shot in an alleged confrontation with the police early yesterday morning in 7 Miles in Shooters Hill, St. Andrew. Reports are that at 5 a.m. crack of dawn, the police, acting on information, swooped down on the premises in Shooters Hill where an alleged confrontation ensued. Reed was one of 2 men who were cut down by lawmen yesterday in separate operations as the police continue to pursue those who they believe are responsible for the deadly attack on their colleague and his family members near Reading in St. James on Saturday. In the first incident, Lindell Gray, otherwise called Frost or Sassafras, was shot and killed during an alleged confrontation in Anchovy, police read, area around 1 a.m. The police say they recovered an illegal firearm at the scene of that shooting as well. The Independent Commission of Investigation is probing both these incidents. Yesterday, when news media house The Star visited Shooters Hill, the police were still processing the scene, and a group of females who sat a short distance away from where the incident had unfolded and the man had lost his life said that the only thing that Reed was guilty of was being a gallus. Them Mondays all about the girls them, and the world know that. Right now, couple of who they are so right now probably did all there with them too. But them can't talk about it because them know say I saw the thing set. This is a group of women, who I said out of the group here, a couple of with there with them already. But we're not gonna talk about it because I saw the thing set, Like me probably did there with them one time, she did there with them, so we don't want to cause no animosity around here because we probably didn't know. So we're gonna left it right. That's why I saw the thing set. It wasn't no killer. It was a gallus. Another woman said. All me used to do with him too one time. But him have to run because in private parts too hot man. Him slinging body all over the place. But him was a nice and a jovial person, So any woman would have want him. The women were also adamant that Reed could not have been involved in the attack on the police as he was in Shooters Hill with them the whole time they are talking about he was over there doing that crime. So basically, they have his alibi. Him couldn't kill nobody over the weekend because I right here saw him there with we the entire weekend. Lie the police them a tell, one woman said. A bloodied mattress and a pool of blood on the floor of his bedroom were still visible. Several females were observed weeping, and among them was Reed's girlfriend. She said that she and Reed were awakened from their sleep by barking dogs, followed by heavy pounding at their door. Sleep within here, sleeping up. I'm hear bang, bang, bang on the door. I know the police bang, but me still ask, who is it? And them say, police. Them ask, who am me in the yard? And me say, me and my man in here. And then some must pull the door, and some end up pull the window. And when me open the window, them pushing them guns up and tell me to pull the door. So we pulled the door. She said seconds after opening the door, she was pulled outside of the house by the lawmen, after which she heard the explosions. Andre end up sit down on the bed. As me pull the door, one of them hold on upon him hand and say, come here. And me say, hold on there. But them draw me out. And by the time me bend so round the corner, me hear shot go off. Like the other women, she said that Reed could not be involved in anything over there. So I sent James shooting of the cop and his family because he was right there with all of them for the whole of Saturday. And there was no shootout between him and the police. Them said them find rifle and said him a shoot back, but I was right here and I made them pull out of the room. That was a lie. Them not find no rifle. Them just come in the room and shoot him on the bed. Why? So I bet you there was no body cam. Marie's message 411 TV. This is exactly why, because people's emotions are running high. So of course everybody will be like, kill them out, squaddy, kill out the whole of them Ross. We want the place nice and safe. But at the same time, if you put this into perspective, you know, so police boom, 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 knock down the door, right? She said she knows the police, you know, because them they kind of knock there, but she still asks, who is it? And she hear, police, open the door. So she said she go open the window, and when she open the window, a long gun come through the window, point upon her, and the police open the door. So she opened the door, her boyfriend sit down upon the bed now. He sit down upon the bed now. And it all happened so fast, right? So by the time she opened the door, she never resist. She never said, nah, open the door now, if you go kick it off. Run, baby, run. She never do nothing. She opened the door. She opened the door. She said she opened the door, them draw her out. I him them come for, right? And she said by the time them draw her out and she bend the corner around the house, a gunshot that she hear go off. Them not even talk to him. So this story of them find rifle, AK-47, and shots were fired and exchanged, she don't know about none of that because she was right there. You see, we can't get too comfortable with, and listen, I want this to go out like this because I realize that we have some ignorant rascal Jamaican people. I want this to go out like this, right? We are law-abiding, tax-paying citizens, right? When certain things we not promote it, we not advise nobody to live them kind of life there, nothing. We want to be on the side of law enforcement. We really do. It is not a crime to ask for accountability. And the reason why I say this is because if it happened to him, it can happen to me too. It can happen to me too. People, me can do Jamaica, you know. And next thing you hear, yeah man, and the boy is SouFLo, and him have man round us around a Clarendon. Them boy they are foreign, them living up, and them make whole heap of money for social media and take them money come to Jamaica, come buy a gun and have little youth them around the place around hot. Next thing me lay down in there in my bed, think I'm home, I'm chilling, and my door get kicked off and man shoot me, kill me from my bed, talk about them fine rifle. No man, we need to get to the place where the body cams are on every officer and every mission that is taken on has surveillance footage for it. That's all we ask for. You see, once we can give with that, and we can say, hey, squaddy, me not argue with you. Me see you do your job. Carry on. Do your job. Fix up the place and get them people here out of here. Because if them do that to them, then we do it to anybody else, right? Right. They are trying to turn this now into, if you start asking for accountability, you're against the police. And the crazy thing is you have people, civilians, who support this. Remember me telling you, when the police pull over the people them, and the police ask the man, may I ask you a question? Are you for the police or are you against the police? And him dead serious. The youth was videotaping them from inside of the car. And him released the video to social media. May I ask you a question? Are you for the police or are you against the police? This was the same week when the JFJ, Jamaica for Justice, was out here saying, we are for the police. Matter of fact, we're asking for body cams so the police could gain more credibility with the people. If the police and the people can work hand in hand, because the credibility with the people are good, watch and see if we can solve way more crimes in a way, a more amicable way, right? No, them take it and turn it around. What JFJ? Them people they mash up the place. Which part JFJ they went time man a kill police? We don't want to hear nothing from them. Where JFJ they why them not come block the road now? When time the little girl get shoot down. After that is not JFJ's job. That is not JFJ's modus operandum. Nothing in their description say them block road when shootings happen. None of that them do. They're advocating for all of us. They're advocating for the police to be seen as credible people so that the masses of the people can start putting their faith and confidence in the police. What is hard about that to understand? And why take it and turn it into, if you side with JFJ and if you ask the body camera to, that means you against the police. Police are family member, you know. You have to remember that Jamaica not big. Jamaica is not big. I can drive out Florida before me drive out Jamaica. I mean, I can drive out Jamaica before me drive out Florida a couple of times too. So Jamaica not big. Them same police there have brother, sister, daughter, son, mother, father, and them live on the same island. So you can't stay there run around and go on like, oh, cause my brother wear uniform so we safe, or my uncle wear uniform so we safe, or my you're not that safe. You're not that safe. It can happen to you too. Because a lot of these police, you might be in an era where you're not known like that. Nobody don't know say you are squaddy brother, or you are squaddy sister, or you are squaddy family member by extension or whatever. And them slap you down too. You understand? And then get the same story with them get, yep, found a 9mm pan him with a clip that was attached to the gun and it had 5 live rounds in it. He engaged us in a shootout. We closed with and destroyed the enemy, and this is the result of that. And now I got ball out. Why? So we're asking for body cam because this sound. If me go up there for go kill the girl, the boy, me not just draw out the girl and kill. Where did the shootout happen then? Where did the shootout happen then? The spent shell them from the rifle should be there. Some 7.62 shells should be there. Gunpowder residue should be on his hand. If you have fire a rifle, gunpowder residue should have there. Something should have said you just fire this rifle. Like all kinds of stuff need to be put together. But the video footage would be the most damning of them all. You know? And for the people them who keep on talk, if you don't like curse words, please, me have to use that one here. For the people them who tune in and speak a lot of fuckery, talking about SouFLo always defend gunman and criminal and but some fucking idiot. I'm not defending no gunman and no criminal. I am looking out for us. I am making sure that this not happen to your brother and your sister and your father and your rascal son. Just like how me no want it happen to me or any of family them neither. Right? It's a simple thing we ask for. Because a lot of them stories sound suspicious as Ross. Me not lie. Yes, police are do them job. Okay, big them up for that. Why don't you think when we come here someone and you hear me say stuff like shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, more time you hear me say shout out to the good squaddy them. Because we're very well aware that there are some who are rogue. And Jamaica have whole heap of the one them were rogue. All right. As for the woman, the police officer's common law wife, my condolences goes out to her family. You know, it says there's a whole thing here for her as well, which we'll go through. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, so how you doing?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
All right. Me hear what you were saying just now, and these people sometimes when they don't have a knowledge of a lot of things and they're done to think, they're just resort to say, yeah, different criminal and so on.
Yeah, they give us that title, bro, and I hate it.
But the thing is that so they don't understand that sometimes even in jail when police beat a young man to talk who I lead or we send them or who are them, they know their enemy. So sometimes you'll see a police come in and get up and just slap with 3 innocent persons because somebody say, I them 3 persons they do it, and nobody asks questions.
Right.
So that happens many times where me and SouFLo don't get along and we just call his name and just put him out our name about.
Right. Right.
So when we have body cams, and if sometimes some of these people go to court, they really find out the true culprit.
Right.
But again, so me as a man, I watch the first part with our watch Lana, the SUV, Lana, all of these things, and some true life stories make you start thinking twice many times. The amount of innocent person will go prison to life and so on. So with this knowledge, it makes you sometimes think of a second thought about some police activities.
Absolutely.
Because we always hear from we young that police find man in a bush and then put a machine on them and we know them too poor to can maintain and buy a machine, but I just saw it was them always put things on them.
I'll give you even one better than that, bro. How many times have we seen our police officers get caught transporting cocaine to overseas locations, or they get caught under investigation because they are part of gang activities in Jamaica? This goes on and on. It's not like it's one every 5 years where they can say corruption is within the ranks, yes, but it is very minute. It's minimal. We don't have that many. We have a whole heap.
So you feel, let me ask you something. Don't you think that because I hear women talk about this, if they want to get to all one of them ex-man, whether antagonize them or whatever, they
would have
policeman. And then innocent youth will just madly in love get slapped by the police because of what?
Yeah, me hear them
because it's a love affair thing. Do you think someone should get analyzed because of love affair?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
So when you defend certain things, it's not that you're defending criminals, because as you said, you were out here sometimes show the hypocrite things them when they go out in Jamaica. You can't be at Jamaica, they enjoy yourself, and them come knock up on your house.
Yeah, that's a genuine fear of mine. That is a genuine fear of mine, especially when people start draw my name in a certain direction. You know, Jerome, enough time me there and me turn left and right on social media and on my face that me see with some new blogger or whatever trying to make a name for themselves. And the narrative about me is that me have a gunman friend of foreign, and me have a gunman brethren of Jamaica, and me always a different gunman, and me always a different gangster and them kind of something there. So when you hear me talk about this stuff like this, me not talk about it from just a nowhere place. I pull it out of the air. Them have my name, I drag through stuff already too. You know what I mean? So these people, me want to know that they are kind of people who are credible, who do proper investigation before them go bust gun. Me not have a problem with you bust your gun when the gun need to bust. But make sure say you're the kind of person with the proper investigation. I don't want you show up at my residence and you never do proper investigation because you operate off of word of mouth. And then then there is no video footage, no nothing to back up your side of the story. Them just go sweep my life under the carpet like that. Yeah, man, him be involved in a whole heap of gang. You know, hear them say it all the time on social media. Cause everybody know, you know. That's how they build the narrative, you know. A long time people know that, man. You go back and watch. Whole heap of video out there where people did try telling you already from long time.
Yeah, man, enough that them stuff. Remember, you know, you're one of the most transparent blogger out here. Even if something not right in your house, it could be with your kids, you tell us what's happening. Why you tell us?
Right.
Enough time you say certain things, or you show the good or whatever. In sure. And remember, you know, you were always fighting for a better Jamaica. And you just have to wrong.
Still is,
how
bro.
you can make them right.
Still is.
And they say you hate Jamaica.
Yeah, them say me hate Jamaica. Them say me is an agent. Some foreign entities paying me to spoil up Jamaica name and image. And the more me do it is the more subscribers me will get to my channel and the more money me will make. One bag of friggery and foolishness. It's all out there. But I'm trying to let everybody know that I take keen interest in this because I am one of the people who I'm in Jamaica all the time. So if for me to not take this personal is for me to be stupid. Remember when I get ready to go down the other day? Remember the idiot who is starting to become popular on this platform who make one long extended video about where I'm going to be and how the gunman them must come find me or take off my personal firearm off of me. And you don't remember that video there?
Yeah, we remember.
All right. So I have to say something because I like how the people them just get killed. This is what I would want to see, Jerome. I want to see, you see, bro, them catch 3 man, and the 3 man them with them catch, them have proof, solid proof, say them 3 man here shoot up the police officer and his woman and his child. And now whatever they do to them after evidence is presented that is irrefutable, me no business about what happened to them. Carry them go to prison and beat them till them dead one night and then release a statement tomorrow saying these 3 guys were killed inside the jail. Further investigation pending. Oh well, them did find guilty of it because you have the proof say them do it. But the man get caught up Saturday. Sunday, them roll out heavy. By Monday, multiple people dead. And them I say we get the mastermind and now we're looking for the shooter and we're looking for the person who set them up and we're looking for like.
Well, I would say we have a weird culture because, you know, I'm going to say this anyway. I bet you Flo, it's election time now. And if you were to do a video and say 10 different times Andrew Holness fail on his promise, and you show the proof and the evidence, watch on the comment section, that boy, you're so dead, you know, it's to bust out, you know, and all them things.
Yeah,
because they wise them up.
Right.
So sometimes we just don't even want the good for ourselves or our country.
True. True, anyway, man. Fight truth. All right, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no need to fight the truth, man. But me understand so that is what our people do a lot, you know, is fight the truth. But when we take on topics like these, I want everybody to understand that I take these topics on because I take these topics personal. I myself know people who have been killed by police in Jamaica and family who, for them family members, get killed by police in Jamaica, and them people they know said the way how the law said it went down is not how it went down, and they're still here. We can tell you. So me did dead there, we dead there. It never go so, but they make it go so. I have to settle with how them say it go. So if we want a better Jamaica, we can't just say kill off more of them, squaddy. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, man. Me good. Can't complain at all. Talk to me.
Yeah. Since the beginning of the year, the record is already 288 people been killed by the JCF.
By the police in Jamaica, right?
So add this one. So now it's 289. And we know so there's more.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, we are advocating on this side for the body cam.
Mm-hmm.
But we notice that the people that were involved, were the ones that are being affected by this directly, are not protesting, are not speaking out, are not asking for the same accountability and transparency that we are when we do our
lives and our blogs
Right.
as content creators.
Right.
Why is that?
Because of fear.
Could it be that some of these communities are controlled by gangs or people who are involved in an unlawful way with some of the people from the JCF?
That too. Everybody know that. I've spoken about that before right here. Listen, I used to say, right, the people them in the volatile community, them make them community stay so. If you see something, say something, talk to the police. But over the years of actually doing this, a decade now, and doing my own research and foot on ground and really I look on things, I'm saying I changed my tune. And my tune now is, if you don't come from certain ends, don't speak on certain things, because boy, when we tell people, say, you still have communities in Jamaica where, watch this, this is 2025, and people can
go back to that chat.
All right, thank you. This is 2025, and people can vouch for this. There are communities in Jamaica right now. When girl pick me walk the street, you see, bad man can say, hey girl, come here, gunman want you. And she in fear of her life. That girl that never take a wood in her life from Shaban, she's still virgin. You know, so she gonna lose her virginity to that gun boy there. Because him have the place under pressure. And everybody around there so fear him and his cohorts. Right? We have communities that are under siege by gangs in Jamaica. Them lucky place. Them run everything around there. So police know and know them too. And some of them, this is Jamaica people. Jamaica not big. If me and you grow up together in the same area, and me end up turn gunman, and you and my brethren we are kickball with from when me turn gunman and you turn police, you think we end up turn enemies? We don't end up turn enemy. Me and my brethren them pan a squad. And them man they tell me what go on when time I need to know what go on when certain operation will kick off, when certain things are move XYZ. I mean you some of them slap you at all. Why is everybody acting like, oh my God, this is like, is he talking about a movie? It's reality. It's reality. So the people them afraid. The people, remember, you know, how we say walk and live, talk and bomb clot dead. From them time till now is the same thing. People are afraid. The people them don't know which police officer to trust, because them know for sure said that the police officer out there mixed with the good one them. So if them know something I talk about, if you know something, say something. How me know me I say something to one good one? How me know me not say something to one of the one them where I go back and tell him brethren say, you know, say SouFLo tell me say, come here, SouFLo, yeah, boy they are snitch down. Him tell him come down up office, come make report on you yesterday afternoon. Yeah. I'm say you better go clean that up. All right, say less. Boom, SouFLo dead. Before even investigation go on, SouFLo dead. God forbid. Now put them vibes out in the universe. Cause long life we say and health. But I'm just giving you an example of how, and the people know this. So the people are not into no working hand in hand with police all the time. Even though you see them jump up and say stuff like, kill more of them, officer. Them same people that now work with the police. Them not working with the police like that. You know? Sometimes of them same police they do this, Audrey, that too. And sometimes of them same police they do the hits too. Why the crime them can't solve, why the murders them can't be solved, can't be traced. Them know exactly what to do to get with that. But we're going to sit here and act like we just going to ignore all these things, right? Third world, cop in a third world country. Even though people say to stop use that term, the third world, but that are gone. So that's what we have to deal with. So when we start asking for a higher level of transparency, it's because we want the place to grow and evolve and become first world. In America, do you think that if in the US, okay, the state of Florida, right, way bigger than the whole country of Jamaica, if in the state of Florida alone, 250 civilians gunned down by police already, and we're halfway through the year, do you know, you can imagine what would be happening here? In Jamaica, it is being passed off as the new norm. And this is the reason why I said this is their crime plan. This is them crime plan. This is a political thing, and this is an election year. The big dog at the top of the food chain brought everybody in and said, listen, we don't care who know if we're going to murder out this year. We have to win this election. We have not been able to get the murder rate under control for all these years. This is our election at stake. We don't care how much of them we know have to kill. We don't care how much fear we know have to strike in them heart. If you can't catch them, kill them, bridging them, we know them. But we have to win this election. Yes, there were killings going on, and yes, there are people out there who probably deserve some of that. But the kind of fear of them striking at everybody right now, nobody now move. And that's why the murder rate dropped so drastically. But the flip side to that is one side we're celebrating like, yes, the murder rate is going down. But the next side is police murder rate is going up with no explanation of how that happened other than they got into a shootout with us. So, you know, we kill him. And everybody go, yes, squaddy, kill more of them. Moving right along. If that becomes our new norm, right? And this is the new way to control the murder rate, we're going to end up with the most murderous police officers there is, who has free range to do all that them want to do with the civilians and very little accountability required on their part. Is that where you want to be? And I better think about it, you know. If I this one want there, all right, me want the murder rate go down too. I've been saying it for the longest. I want the murder rate down. But me don't want the murder rate to go down at the expense of a bag of people who never do nothing and get murdered too. Because it just switch sides now. Now the police are murder instead of bad people doing bad things, and the police need to get them out of there, right? Rosalie Fair says it sounds like there may have been some jealousy concerning that young man being a gallus. So someone blamed him to get him out of the way. That could very well be a possibility too. But if they tell me that a rifle was found, I want to see all kinds of things. If he was in a shootout with you, how many rounds were fired? How many rounds could you at least, you won't be able to tell me specifically, because when gunshots start fly from that side and this side, trust me, you stop counting how many shots are fired. You start maneuvering tactically, right? But how many shots did you hear before y'all started returning fire? Okay, in what direction did you hear them shots coming from? Because obviously on a reach on a target, right? Right. Now walk them through something, you know. Okay, spent shells, were any spent shells found? All right, the next step is ballistics and these kind of things. We need accountability. These are lives. These are lives. We need accountability. I'm telling you right now, I'm the biggest advocate for our law enforcement. I always say, them get Jamaica police officer them basket for carry water, you know. Don't y'all always hear me say that? And I always say we have to big them up still, because if it wasn't for them, dog, yam with supper. But we don't want them to start turning into them get away with murder all the time and they have free reign over civilian population. And that's how it could go. That's not how it should go. JCF just want to hear you say a bad man, you're done. Says BM. Maybe him take a man, girl. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know, but things are not adding up. And we want the things them to add up. And when the things them add up, we want JCF knows that we are behind them 100% as far as support goes, right? But we have questions that need answers. Body cam audio video would provide lots of info on this Mervyn the Point Jamaica occur, which is what we're calling for. We need it. And the next step is you or me. That's our next step. All the people who are out here, but murder more of them squaddy. Listen, I can't get this thought out of my mind, right? One brother said, hold on then, let me do the maths. We can't make this up enough. He said, hold on then, let me do the maths. So, them kill 100 already in the first 100 days of the new year, 90 days of the new year, and the murder rate gone down 35%. So if them kill 100 more, the murder rate are going to go down 70%. Rotted. Kill more of them, squaddy. That's the maths that they're doing. That's the maths what them are do. So if the more the police kill, the less civilian killing go on. That right there is a rough one. That right there is a rough one. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. Mr. Bram say, is it her or am I? My audio is crackling, like cracking up.
All right.
Do you hear my audio crack up? Anybody else hear my audio cracking up?
No, I'm talking on the wall. I'm by speaker.
Hold on there. All right, everybody else tell me I crackle up.
Yep.
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some policemen, man. I like to tell you what with those policemen. It's not the first they do those stuff, man. They kill people without no reason, man. You understand? I've been where I'm from back in Jamaica. Like, they just come and that guy, he do stuff, but it wasn't shooting nobody, but they just come and shoot him right in front of everybody. And when they're done, they say it was a shootout. And that's what they do all the time. You understand?
Yeah, I don't like the part where the people are so the people them still send me a crack up and I remove the mic. I'm not even using the mic anymore. So here we go again with this cracking up stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the police, man, they can't be trusted with you. I remember they have a virgin again. That guy, they sent him to prison for 15 years, say he ride bicycle and go rob people. And this guy cannot ride bicycle.
And the guy can't ride bicycle.
Man cannot ride bicycle SouFLo, I'm telling you. A big man, he couldn't ride bicycle. And that man wasn't a robber neither.
Wow.
So
it happens, man.
Things happen, man. Like, I'm talking the Montego Bay. I know the Montego is full of papers and the police.
Right.
Honestly. Yeah. So other things they do.
So basically, you see them things happen already.
Yeah, logical, man. Alright, let's do so. Our police work cannot change. Just like how you have a community which I know there are 3-4 government depart, right? As just say you have a person. We're born in the same place. So maybe any man will same talk, same way, because your person will grow with them, right? Play ball together.
Right.
So maybe hang out together too. Maybe by just talking, whatever, to football, whatever. When police coming up, police can come and say, right, him alone, you know, they don't want to destroy everybody around that man. Even though you're not involved in certain things.
Right.
You understand? And that's how they go to work, man.
All right, my brother.
Well, you just said, man.
Yeah, I try to work out a sound thing. I see. All right. Listen, I don't even have the mic in. Anybody can hear me? Somebody call me and tell me what it sounds like. Let me try listening on a different device to myself. I'll see what it sounds like. Because if it sounds really, really bad, then it makes no sense to keep going forward with this. Let me see. You're live. What the live there? Can hear you loud and clear, says Sean Cassell. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
This is my brother, morning. So this is a sound check. Bumbo, mic now work.
Who for mic now work?
Anyway, no, I trouble for now.
No, watch out.
I know, sir.
Plug out.
I'm going to say my political.
Yeah, me plug out my mic. My mic plug out, you know. So the mic will not hear me from. Yeah, the mic we're not hearing me from is from the phone. Yeah. I sound fine.
Okay, so I guess that okay.
No, baby, I have to listen for a while because the people that must say more than one persons that say my sound crack up.
Okay.
Talk to me, brother.
All right, my brother. I kind of slightly off topic, but me I think about something. You say, oh, but me here over a weekend. I kind of cuss my blood for the mic still because everybody can cuss my blood and don't get blamed for it.
Saying.
But me I say now. All of we want success for the kids, not true.
Not true.
So if I will not get political, but me I think about someone here over the weekend. You see, when the Prime Minister make him talk, we must say him not tap on our wrist, but them kids them are gonna be tap on our wrist.
Same.
All right. So why we don't want success for all of it? Because me want my kids, your kids, and everybody who in the chat, kids to be tap on our wrist. So tap on our wrist is not really important in this thing, yeah. And we not like we are root from our world in this, you know. Where we are say, let us not excuse if somebody make it true.
Same.
You see?
Same.
And look on it, and look on Tapanaris. Because what basically the concept of being Tapanaris is that you have some success. All we want it.
You top of the food, top of the food chain.
In time, my brother.
Top of the
do
food
good
chain.
For others. Yeah. Do good for others and wish good for others like how you want for yourself.
Right.
They're not listen to them, listen to the show, but they're not here. Them are here, but they're not listen. Sorry.
Same.
You see me?
Same.
So we want everybody to be top on our heads. We want success for every Jamaican. Blessings, my brother.
Manners and respect, bro. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm listening to your program a while ago, and now you're talking about the policemen then. Well, I am 77 years old, and I don't trust the policemen then. And I have two incidents where I don't trust them. I remember one morning, that time I was must about 22. I went around in Georgetown. And a guy around named Ricky, he took me around to buy fish from the guy. The guy just came in from school. And he didn't have nothing to put the fish in. And we went back round to get a basin to put the fish in. And when we come round back, the place just get dark like midnight, I tell you. And the police them running there and shoot up the guy, and he had Ricky baby, and he had to throw the baby on the bed, and he run out of the table, and when we got all this moral around. You know what they put in at the start of the evening? Set a guy in up on the bike and had a shootout with them.
Oh, wow.
That's so loud to me. Another time again, I was living in Almond Town, and my window, one room, bedroom, one room, and the window opened in at the police station. And boy, at night time, you hear all them beat the guy them in the tail, and when they done turn on the hose for them in there, and when them done wet them up. Them lock them up in the dark. And so I got on for 90 and I begged God. I said, no, I have two more people and I have to leave them with them. I will not let the policeman them beat them. Because they ever beat my people them. So me would have done hell right now with them. So me not trust them. I mean not like them. And as a young girl, I never date one of them. And until this person I'm 77. Nobody not date me again, but they wouldn't date one of them. All right, bless up yourself, SouFLo.
All right, man. Thank you for sharing with us, yes?
You're great.
All right. I don't mind. I feel our thing that, you know, she have our TV on in the background. I mean, a double sound in it. The crackling sound was from her then. I have Shakira listen to me on one next device from another part of the house. I'll try to tell me if she hear like crackling. All right. So, Montego Bay, Jamaica, St. James. Residents of Montego Bay West Village They were on Monday struggling to cope with the death of Latoya Stevenson, who was fatally shot Saturday night during the attack on Reading Main Road in St. James that left her cop husband and her young son injured. You better like this? But I don't need this. I thought just so.
Okay. Well, if you get called, definitely hold it like this. Because when I hold it like this, the mic and the speaker, they call friction and the sound interrupted.
Alright. Glad adjusting.
Thanks.
There was also grief at Trucker Caribbean Adventures, where she was the human resources business partner as well. So she worked at Trucker Caribbean Adventures. They said that we're deeply saddened by the tragic shooting of our colleague, Latoya Stevenson, and members of her family. Trucker Executive Deputy Chairman John Biles said in an interview with the Jamaica Observer, "Our team is devastated. This senseless act of violence is the type of crime that we must work together to eradicate from our country forever." Biles noted that while the incident came at a time when major crimes are trending down, it is a reminder that more must be done. As a people, we must commit to staying the course with our crime fighters, making a change in how we work together with the focus on the crime-free society that we want, and being part of the change ourselves so that such tragedies never occur again. Tears of grief have been flowing freely inside this gated community in which Stevenson lived with her family. She was an active member of the Citizens Association, whose other members spoke glowingly of her and the void that her death has left. We're literally been crying here from yesterday morning. Yesterday, we had our football event, and we had a moment of silence for her. One association member said, "None of the residents interviewed wished to be identified by name. It's been just tears. Couldn't hold it back." According to association member Stevenson, who lived in the community for more than 5 years with her and her spouse and the child, they were part of the board event planning and funding committee and fundraising committee, and was regularly seen around the community center. They said that she utilized our park ever so often because she exercises there. She takes her son there, and everybody would see her there. And she would walk with different persons as well, said another associate member. One of my neighbors, she would be walking with, that neighbor, and he is distraught. When you see a man crying, yesterday, when I called him and I told him of the death, the attack on the family, she said, has touched everyone in this community, whether they knew her or not, because it feels so close to home. It's really a sad day for us, because she is someone that we worked with. So we are pretty shaken by this entire ordeal. She also sought to provide some insight into the life of this 36-year-old woman. She was a quiet person. She is a very willing person. She gets along well with everybody. She has a calm spirit, and she normally takes her walk in the community center around the jogging trail. She's also always with her son. The community has sought solace in prayer. We're praying in the community, and that is the beauty about Montego Bay West Village. We are a praying community, and we have left it all within the Almighty. To be honest, we are praying for a resolution. We are praying for something to happen in terms of the conviction of the perpetrators. We are praying that the family will find a little ease. We know that they won't get over it anytime soon, because this death, it takes time. Encouragement is also being offered by Stevenson's son and spouse, offered for Stevenson's son and spouse who were receiving medical care. Them not receive medical care anymore. The spouse still is. The son has passed away. We're praying that the entire community is praying for both the young boy and his dad. You see how that go? Sometimes, And here goes our Christian family members now. Because sometimes when you say where he, like the little boy gets shot up, right? It says he was shot in the head. Here goes a group of people who have gathered together and they're saying that they're praying. And they're praying that the little boy makes it through. And they're praying that those who did this are found and they're tried and convicted. Well, the little boy dead. He died after they started praying for him to not die. Take that however you want to take that. We were really hoping that he would pull through. According to the police, 2 suspects in Saturday night attack were killed during the alleged confrontation with the security forces Monday morning. One of the deceased is said to be Andre Reed, otherwise called Little Zulu, the one who I told y'all, they said he's a Gallus, and he's supposed to be the leader of Top Junglist Cotton Defense Force, or KDF gang, based in Catherine Mount, St. James. It is understood that about 5 a.m. the police were on an intelligence-driven operation in Shooters Hill, which we went over before. This is the one where they said they found an AK-47 rifle with a magazine affixed to it containing 5 rounds. And they seized it. So them seize a magazine and them not arrest the girlfriend. If them kill him in a room, you know. So if them kill him in a room, which part them seize magazine from? Or seize AK-47 from? And if they seize an AK-47 and she was in the residence with him, she should have been arrested too. Am I right? Boy, for those of you who want to know what she looked like, just so we put a face to the name, this is her. We feel sorry for her, boy. Anytime life end like this, tragic, you know? But this is her right here. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
My question is, that weapon that they found, was it registered to them, to the man or the woman?
It can't be registered as an AK-47. That's a big rifle.
Okay. Why didn't they take her? They found the weapon.
That's what I just asked. If they seized a weapon and they know that he was firing that weapon at them, that they had to kill him in order to defend themselves, and they found the weapon, but they found her with him, she should be taken into custody too then.
Where is the evidence of this weapon? Where's the weapon?
I'm going to.
Will there be fingerprints on this weapon?
Yeah, me hear you, my friend. My daughter just walking here.
I hear her.
Yeah. Yeah, same question I'm asking.
No. The body cam would stop certain things that police get away with. They have certain things. They have a thing in Jamaica called right or left. When the police pull you over.
Hey, I love you,
if
mommy.
If the police have on a body cam, them can't play the left or right game with you. If them pull you over, them have to tell you where them pull you over for and give you a ticket.
Right.
But the right or left thing where the police, some of the police them do. Write you a ticket, I left me some money. I saw them do it.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. Me hear enough people say that. That never happened to me before yet, but me hear people say it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
if you have a body cam on you,
because
you can't play left and right no more.
Every interaction would have to be recorded because the cameras are not recording 24/7, you know, contrary to what a lot of people believe. Those cameras, you are required to turn them on every time you engage a civilian.
Exactly.
Right. So
if you're pulling somebody over, your body cam should be on.
Right.
if you knock on somebody's door or their property, you should have a body cam on.
Right. Babe, y'all left right now? All right, send Maloney, come here real quick.
Let's go back in nature.
All right, my friend. All right, Marie, I agree completely with you. My baby girl was standing up here just now. She probably wanted to say hi and show off her little self. Mommy, come here real quick. Come, Daddy. All right, say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Why you do your eyes like that? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, show your hair off. Show your hairstyle off. See how here, dear, everybody. Turn around. She's going for an appointment right now. Right now, she's gonna go get tested. Right, mommy?
Yeah.
Melania's going to big school already. This baby was born during the pandemic. She's going to big school. She passed VPK, and now she's going to big school. So she'll be in the same school with Kai. Kai started yesterday. She will be starting on Thursday. I don't know who starts school on Thursday, and then Friday, our last day of school, but that's what it is. So now she's going to go to big school. She have to go over there today where they're going to test her so they can see where to place her. You know, do you know your numbers and shapes, and can you spell your name and them kind of something there. So she's going to do that right now with mommy. And we're not doing no outfit check today. We're just running up out of here. You got shorts under your dress?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, pretty eyes. I love you.
Love you, Daddy.
All right, my mommy. Give me hugs. All right. Go on. I'll see you when you get back, okay? All right. All right. So, what is a little Nancy, little Shakira? Nan's always against me, no, I don't know why. Why is little Shakira? You ain't never see little me. My mom said she looked just like me. My mother probably helped me take the jacket. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good, my brother.
All right, talk to me now.
Listen, I was listening to you talking about this guy in Montego Bay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Montego Bay area.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying this morning if it is reading or reading, but it's reading.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I was saying it right.
Yes. Now, this policeman and his family that got shot down. How did they get information to lead? Where, Shooters Hill is very far from Montego Bay, right?
You have to tell me because of your area this. Give us
Montego
an
Bay,
understanding.
St. James. Shooters Hill, I think, is where? Is in St. Andrew?
Give us
It's not a new year. It's not a near area. So that means the police get information, say whoever involved in the shooting fled to Shooters Hill.
Okay.
And I agree with you that this probably not a shootout. But something happened where that person involved in the shooting fled to Shooters Hill. Anybody know Jamaica knows that Shooters Hill is nowhere near to Reading.
No man, you can't say anybody who know it because me know Jamaica good and me don't know nothing about around that so.
Right. So
yeah.
Shooters Hill is not nowhere near to Montego Bay.
Right. It's you have to tell because it's your area these. So
yeah,
it's nowhere close in terms of miles. Right?
Yes.
Right. In terms of miles, it's nowhere close. So you're saying the police obviously got some intelligence, which the police said. They went there after they got some intelligence that led them
exactly there. But I as you said, this doesn't look like no shootout. They go there directly for this guy and take him out. That's what happened.
Yeah. So what's your point? You're saying that accountability is needed? I mean, we're all for the
my
police
point
doing their
is
job,
that
right?
even though they went there and take this guy out, he's probably not innocent of what happened. They might not, they probably should go on and arrest him, take him in and make him have him day in court.
Right.
But he probably not innocent.
Okay, I'll shoot something by you right now. What if people sent the police there with false information to divert them from the real killers because they're trying to protect the real people who are involved?
Well, that can happen. But what I'm saying, was he ever in St. James when this happened?
That is what everybody up there is saying, that he was with them the whole weekend up there. So there's no way he could have been involved in what the police is saying he was involved in, because he wasn't. Well, he was with them.
I have no evidence or whatever, but what I was looking at is that for them to choose to go to him where he was, it's not nowhere near Montego Bay. It's a far away. And this you know that whenever these shootings take place, these guys fled the area to either country or town or whatever.
Some other neighboring area or something.
Right, yeah. Right.
And I'm not saying I'm not saying the police is wrong. And I want people to understand that. What I am saying is for our security, for all of us, and to build our confidence in our police force and the work that they're doing, give us some transparency so that we can say, I'm riding with the police 100%, because I'm absolutely sure so what them say happened is what happened. Too much guessing is involved now, or too much blind faith is involved now. That's my thing.
So I hear you say this all the time, and you preach to these young men all the time. From I've been listening to you, I hear you preach to them. Put on the badness, put on whatever. You understand? Because it's two places you're going to end up. And these guys not listening.
Well, especially this year, I was preaching to them like that.
I heard you. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, my message for this year, 2025, was if you pick up gun, I'm going to kill you in Jamaica, because
of course.
that is the mandate from the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security. If the mandate was already put out.
And this is exactly what is happening.
Yeah.
That's why the police are killing so much of them. The police not bringing anybody, especially if they know they are dealing with gun.
Dangerous.
They're not doing it anymore.
Dangerous though. Me never asked for that, but I was warning them though. Right?
Yeah, I heard you.
I was warning them though. Because boy, the Prime Minister said you're gonna meet Jamaica or you're going to meet the grave. And the Minister of National Security said shoot to kill. So once they get them orders from up top, I already started telling every person out there, especially them young man here, nobody gonna take up no gun thing in Jamaica. This year, especially an election year, you're going to dead and nothing is going to come out of it. Jamaica, that is not America.
And that's exactly what happening, my brother.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Thank you, my friend. Have a good day.
All right, brother. You too. At that time, hold on there. So Yo-Yo put up, I was going to reiterate a message real quick, but Yo-Yo put up, say, Shakira's face is print right out on that little girl like fax machine, straight, no copy and paste, LOL. My mom says she looks just like me. So, wicked enough. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, my brother. Morning.
Manners and respect. What go on?
Just a quick question. So basically, what the brother says, shoot as it is all the way. Never in line your way, shoot as it is. You see, when you're coming out of Kingston Airport, right at Harborview there, so the roundabout is right at Harborview. When you make the right, you're going St. Thomas way. So you have St. Thomas, you have 9 Mile, you have 8 Mile, and you have Shootersville. Then you go all the way when you're going you can catch Portland from that side.
Okay.
So it's the thing I say is shooters is all the way in the east. And they're giving report about all the way down Montego Bay side, Runaway Bay and all them things there. So that's why I try to explain to you. Shooters is all the way east, like you go in St. Thomas.
Okay.
That nowhere in the region where I say. You understand me?
Right. So it's far. Where I try to say is it's far from which part them actually go get him.
Way, way far, because remember that's why I give you those points, you know.
Right.
When you're coming out of the airport.
Right.
When you make a right, that is our harbor view. Going St. Thomas way, shooters in top side St. Thomas, because you have 8 mile, 9 mile going across.
So in other words, police wouldn't just randomly go so far, go hit a target just so. Something I feel.
And then I give statement about Montego Bay.
Right.
You're not even read Spanish Town yet. You see what I said?
Right.
So that's why he was trying to explain to you. So they really need to fix up that statement with them really waiting them that way off. If they did say then I go trail honey and then go hit him in a Montego Bay, then we could have compromise and say, okay, but we never use a statement that says shooters. That never nowhere near down the countryside, brother.
Oh.
That two opposite end that. And when we say two opposite ends, you don't even reach Portmore. If you say enter out of St. Catherine to reach Mobile. That way in the east.
All right. May I get an understanding now?
All right. Let me put it more clear for you. When you come from Airport Road, the view where the roundabout, the KFC where you always talk about, that is Rockford. That's in east. You understand me? So yes, the two roads split. You have the back road, and then the other road where you pass through where KFC is. That was the first road when people traveling and going in America or wherever they're going. That's the road they used to travel on. They recently made the back road about over 5 years now, 7 years. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So Rockford that you pass on Windward Road going out.
Okay.
That's Windward Road you're traveling on.
Right.
That's Windward Road take you all the way into downtown.
Right.
Likewise, the back road. When you're traveling on the back road, you pass Brownstone, you have a little part right there, so called Brownstone. So if you're traveling on the original road, you don't pass Vauxhall, you don't pass Meadows. But if you're traveling on the back road, you go all the way down, and that's how you reach inner, you pass where then the GP going across.
Got it. You know them area because they're in your area.
Love him, my brother.
Manners and respect, sir.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure y'all recognize that voice. Kaz Robinson says there is more than one Shooters Hill in Jamaica, Mandeville, and Kingston. Shooters Hill is even called Harborview. And Sharon Spence says, SouFLo, she's the splitting image of you. Your daughter has her mother's complexion. Everybody is seeing something different. Mr. Audrey said, I'm not gonna like, yo-yo. Because, I said the girl looked like him. I said look like the mother. She looked like the mother. I saw it go. I feel the same way. I carried my son for 4.5 weeks, 41.5 weeks, 27.5 hours of labor, C-section, and all he has of mine is my eyes and the beauty mark on his foot, and those are mine. But just like to hear so them look like me, that's all. And I kind of like turn enemy with people who say them look otherwise. So, but my mom says she look like me. When mother tell us that we're handsome too, and then, you hear so we're not really handsome in our real life. Your mother always tell you how you're pretty and these kind of things. There's some creature-looking people out there who mom said you're the most beautiful person in the world. So shout out to the moms out there. Shout out to the moms out there. Mr. Bravo, I say you're too craven. You're too craven. Speaking of children, I think, I don't know, one more, two more, no more. I don't know. Whoever God give me here, mommy was trying to make you feel good. No, man, my mother, seriously, my mom said when she first saw Milani, she was like, oh my God. This one looked like you when you were younger. This one looked like you this a time, that the time that one that should look like you right now. So I don't know. Maybe it's the lighting in here that thrown her off when I can't see say I mean she really look like. Wait, the can't say you okay because you're not having them. Don't take it to heart. Milani is all Shakira and Kyle look like you, so it's 50-50 LOL S Diva. And here I was thinking you were my friend. All right. Kyle look like you a lot, says Nance. All right. Kyle look just like you. Kyle me dupes. But I think Milani look like me too. I'm just gonna go and convince myself. I will be like Donald Trump. I'm just gonna disregard the truth from everybody else and just convince myself that what I think it is what it is. Your daughter is our mother gone to bed, cause we can done now, man. We can done now. Make we send out our condolences to the sister who lost her life in this, and the little boy who lost his life in this, and make we move forward. See? It's sad, man. Sad situation. I don't want anybody to go away thinking I'm being disrespectful towards the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I don't want anybody to go away thinking I'm undermining the hard work that they're doing. I'm Jamaican. I'm there all the time. I see the terrain, the layout. I have full knowledge of how of tactical training and skills required to maneuver that terrain and to control and lay the law down and get things done the right and proper way. As a civilian, I just want the place to be ran better. And I mean better for them as well as better for us. So I'm looking for ways that we as civilians can work with them, the police, law enforcement, to make the place what our dream idea of the place is. So there's no disrespect to them. Big up to every good Jamaica Constabulary Force officer out there, because you know some idiot take my video them sometimes and twist it into what it is they want it to be. And I tell people all the time too, when I'm in Jamaica, as soon as me hit airport, you know, I start feel good because me hit airport, the first thing me hear is SouFLo Wagwan, and I turn around and look, a squaddy in a full uniform and these things. So I don't have nothing against them. I love them. I love the fact that I'm there around when I'm there, because I feel even safer. You know what I mean? But we're not going to turn a blind eye that things can go awry, and there are some who aren't playing by the rule books that they're supposed to be playing by, and because of that, we need certain checks and balances put in place to heighten their credibility with us, the people, and to also protect us as well as protect them. And with that, we say we're moving on to the next topic. All right? Mr. Brambram says, I cannot get that image out of my head. The little boy is so strong, he got up in the car moving without crying. Boy. Probably shock. We know the police job is difficult, but we want transparency to protect the police too. Right there, some Irving the Point, Jamaica occur. Right there, some bro. Moving right along. Let's talk about this UK visa something. You know, I'm very careful to not say things bad about the UK, because the day when I decide to actually head back in that direction, me no want them turn me back at the airport. The flight is long, and there's a set of people who will return you back at the airport and put you on the next flight. I think I remember a flight being 14 hours. You know, on the no airport, no airplane for 28 hours. So, British High Commissioner of Jamaica, Judith Slater, she says that while the vast majority of Jamaicans who are applying for visas to the United Kingdom are successful, considerations would be given to removing the requirement entirely. if Jamaicans would just refrain from overstaying when they come to the UK and from also causing difficulties when they come to the UK. So there was an interview that was recently done with the British High Commission head and the Jamaica Observer on Monday, ahead of her end of tour departure in mid-September. Slater, who is the first woman to serve as Britain's top diplomat in Jamaica, she said that the visa requirement has been the thorn in the side of the bilateral relationship between Kingston, Jamaica and London, UK. Because, you know, everybody is saying, damn, how come y'all, they have such strong influence over Jamaica, and yet Jamaicans have to apply for a visa to go there, from Windrush all the way up to, you know, from before Windrush, our history. So there were a lot of people overstaying, and they were causing difficulties in the UK as well at the time when the regime was introduced back in 2003. So this is something that is under review, she said. Jamaicans have not been able to go to the UK without a visa since 2003. It will be reviewed again soon, of course. Nothing would make me happier, she said, than for there to be no visa requirements for Jamaicans to enter the UK, but it makes the flow of people back and forth even easier. But the vast majority of Jamaicans who apply for a visa, they do get one. And it would be great if they remember to not overstay, or because they end up spoiling it for the rest of them. And if we could be assured that that would happen, then considerations would be given to lifting the visa regime for Jamaicans to the UK. All right, just to put this out there, then, the whole heap of Jamaican them will go to the UK and always they run off or always overstay. The British High Commission is saying basically, okay, Reggae Girl says the mic is crackling up very badly. If my mic is crackling up that bad, I can't do nothing about it. We might have to even start a whole new live. I don't know. I've switched computers. I've done all there is to do. Me even switch computer, you know. I switch computer, I disconnect the mic. I don't want it to be so terrible that you can't hear me though. Okay. So for our people who are in the UK who run off and stuff, you're the reason. You're the reason, and you've been the reason since before 2003. That's why they implemented this. So you made it bad for all your other countrymen. Another one is for the people them who go over to the UK and go chuck badness. You're the reason also. Apparently Jamaicans are known for coming to the UK and getting involved in friggery and foolishness. So this is something that the government look at, and it's under fairly constant review, she said. Every few years, there is a very detailed review of the countries for which they have a visa regime with. And she said that we recently imposed the visa restriction on Trinidad, for example, and Trinidad didn't have any before. They used to be able to fly into the UK, just buy a ticket and go through. It is something that is looked at, but that there is certain criteria to be met. So in the meantime, she said that there have been regular conversations with the Jamaican Foreign Minister, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, and Constitutional Affairs Minister Marlene Malahou Forte, with the latter's main concern being access to justice and access to the Privy Council. We have been lobbying on that, and there is a commitment to look at that seriously. There has been an undertaking that no Jamaican who needs a visa to go to the Privy Council will be denied one. But that's obviously not the same as saying you have to get a visa. I don't know what I'm talking about. At the same time, she said that the issue has never been stalemated. I do think that we have made some progress. What happened with that is that the British government changed it a few years ago. And we're making some headway with the previous government. This government has, however, said that they are going to have a proper, serious look at it. So I consider that to be a positive thing. But I can't give any undertakings that the visa regime will be lifted on X or Y date, because it will be dependent on a number of different things being reviewed and being seen to have significantly changed. So they're going in for another review concerning Jamaica. She said overstaying is a criminal offense in the UK under UK immigration law, and it can lead to detention, it can lead to fines, and it can lead to re-entry ban for up to 10 years. Let me know that personally, because me did have one in Jamaica. I'm not even outside of this. I know this personally. I had a Jamaican passport when I went, and I overstayed by 2 years. And I did get a stamp that said I was banned for 10 years from the UK. So I absolutely, I tell me Jamaican people them, and you know what? The same group of people I'm talking about, I'm one of them. I did it, man. But the place did so nice. We never all left, without lie. Big up to the UK family. I hope to soon I get one day for full the turf. But the place was so nice, I just didn't want to go. 2 years. When I got through in a man, the lady said, how much money do you have on you? Them asked you some random question I never expected. She said, how much money do you have on your persons right now? I said, I said, I have about $75. And she was like, $75? And you plan on staying for 2 weeks? That's not enough to sustain you. She said, do you know that when you change that out, when you get to the other side, that $75 is going to be about 30 pounds or something like that, she said. I said, just quick thinking, it just rolled out of my mouth. I said, yeah, but I sent my money ahead because I didn't want to travel with cash on me. And she was like, she looked at me. She looked at me like, little boy, I know you're lying, but me give you a pass and a chance. Open my book and stamp 6 months. When me look at me, she said 6 months stamp. She said, go ahead. Boy, I grab my bag and me moving a man. I move like I stole something, right? Come and tell her, I said, look, I'm in school. I was at Florida Memorial University at the time. I said, I'm in school. I need to get back before school starts anyway, so I don't plan on staying long. You know, I just always wanted to go. My cousins invited me over. I'm going to go spend some time with family and head right back. And I was fluent with how I explained what I was going to do. She hit me with the stamp on me. Look, I see 6 months. I say, yo, I'm gone. And I was out of there. And then I got there and started experiencing some good life, like freedom and fun. I just never want to left. I never want to come back. That's when I got that. I told y'all I got the at the request of the Queen. This letter was so weird. This letter was on a dark green paper. Okay, like that green here. This green with black writing. So the letter didn't. The words didn't stick out because they're too dark color. And I remember the letter coming and them should be through the hole in the door. I pick it up and it have my name on it, so them know which part me there. If they wanted to like do any immigration enforcement, right? Send their version of ICE, Home Office, come kick off my door and draw me out. They would have known right where I was at. It said, at the request of the Queen, you are requested to leave by this date or be deported back to country of origin. It said be deported. It never said back to country of origin. When it said be deported, I told y'all the story before. I saw the letter and I was like, the Queen knows I'm here. Shit, this is serious. If Queen Elizabeth knows me there and want me to left. Cause you know you grow up in Jamaica, right? And them tell you about Queen Elizabeth and all this, and you feel like them people are up yasso. And the kingdom and the monarchy and the... I said, shit. The Queen is requesting for you to leave. You gotta get up out of here. So based on that, flew my ass back to the US. And I was lucky because when I got to the US, the immigration officer lady said, if you had came in tomorrow instead of today, you would have been on the first thing smoking to Jamaica. Yo, them carry me go around. You want to see how them treat me when me reaching? Fly back from the UK now. I say, okay, whew, made it. I'm back in the US. I told God, man, I told myself, I said, if God wants you to come back to the UK, he'll make a way for you to come back to the UK. But me miss home anyways, because I miss my brother and my sister. We had never been separated before. And, you know, me take up my little self and go and we over so. And when I got back, them carry me going to one back room, long interrogation. Yeah, me do a self-deportation, BM. One long set of interrogation. Me I say somebody plant drugs on me. I'm going to prison. I don't know what the hell this is about. She said, right before she let me go, she said, if you had came in tomorrow instead of today, you would have been on the first thing smoking to Jamaica. Man, you know, a green card I have for the US, you know. So when she said first thing smoking to Jamaica, my heart dropped. Because I said, this woman can change her mind at any minute. And said, you know what? As a matter of fact, send him back to his country of origin. Because the nerve of you to have a green card and stay out for 2 years. By the grace of God, you know, this woman let me in. She said, you're free to go. You see when she said you're free to go? Oh, she says, don't you ever, ever do this again. You're free to go. When she say you're free to go, you should have seen me. Me look like one time them call the last call for the slave them come off a plantation. Me did that the last slave. We get the message. You know, I run through that the airport, my friend. I was going through the airport like this. Watching off. Said Jamaica. And I'm glad, boy, if they did send me back to Jamaica, then I'm sure my life would have turned out different. I can't say how it would have turned out. Kind of like something did I do bad in a Jamaica or nothing like that. I come from decent family and stuff, so it probably would have been a whole different life. Yeah, what? You should have seen me SD, what? Me I run with me 2 foot them side to side. So out of there, all in my mind, you know, me I said that woman I go call me back, you know. She go call me back and tell me, say, me have to go up on a plane to Jamaica. She made a mistake, like, because 2 years. I think it's okay for you to stay out up to 1 year. Up to 1 year after that, you still have problems, right? But me got 2 years, you know. 2 years. They could have easily sent me back to Jamaica. So I was wrong on both sides. I violated the American immigration stuff because I had a green card holder. I stay out for 2 years. And I violated the British stuff because I get a 6-month visa and stay for 2 years over there also. So I was just in the middle, one unruly little Jamaican, just never care about nothing. But that's why I see the world. I mean, just figure, say, you know, things will work out itself. Boy, thank God you did a look out for me. You were looking out for me. And things work out. I wouldn't advise anybody to do that, though. If you're a green card holder right now, you should be thinking about traveling in and out of the US. If you've ever had any issues, run-ins with the law, even if you think that it was settled and everything is good, but you still hold on to a green card, you should really be thinking right now about even moving. For those of you who have your green card and you're traveling and stuff, don't do what I did. Don't do it. The 2 years should be out of your mind. 1 year is too much. There are steps to stay out for 1 year, but you have to fill out some other type of paperwork in the process before you do all that. right? But nobody do it because them not gonna let you back in. Where you said don't try, Greg Goody says don't try that ish now with Trump. Yeah, you're not coming back in. You definitely not coming back in. Unstoppable Josh, big up yourself. You get through by the skin of my teeth, may I tell you. If that was today, I would be in Jamaica for sure. So she went on to say overstaying in the UK is a criminal offense. And you can get fined for it, you could get put in detention for it, and you could get banned for up to 10 years. That was me. I got banned for up to 10 years. I miss the UK, man. Late visa application can be made for individuals who have overstayed, considering that they have a valid reason with clear evidence. Me never have no valid reason with no clear evidence. Me just like the place I name when I left. That's that. So such as a medical emergency or bereavement. Individuals with 30 days to leave the UK voluntarily after their visa expired to reduce the risk of harsher penalties. Individuals have 30 days to leave the UK voluntarily after their visa has expired to reduce the risk of harsher penalties. In 2003, the British Home Office, in an explanatory memorandum tabled in the British Parliament, said that there was compelling evidence that Jamaican nationals associated with criminal activities are causing significant harm in the UK by exploiting the requirements of not needing a transit visa to enter and to remain in the UK illegally. So they would just buy them ticket, gunman, fly out, gone to London, and go do them thing in the UK. And they started taking it into serious consideration. So that's when they came in with visa required. It said that there were also a significant number of Jamaican nationals overstaying and working in breach because you don't have a work visa. You don't have a permit to be working and collecting money there and all these things. So them go there, Jamaicans go there, them go get a job under the table, them start make some money, then them decide to them want to stay a little bit longer, and Jamaicans are known for doing that, she said. The High Commissioner is the UK government representative in a Commonwealth nation. The head of mission is responsible for the direction and the work of the High Commission and its Deputy High Commission and or consulates, including political work, trade, investment, press, cultural relations, visa, and consular services. So, like she said, they're going in for another review about Jamaica again. I think it's every 5 years they do a review to see if the country got better. If most Jamaicans who get a visa to the UK within the last 5 years did not overstay their visa, and we don't have an influx of criminals from Jamaica in the UK, people going over there to commit crimes and stuff, then the possibilities are that this ban where Jamaicans require a visa could be lifted, and Jamaicans could find themselves once again, if you have a Jamaican passport, heading to the UK by simply purchasing a ticket at the airport and being up out of there, right? That would be a good look. Something tell me so that not gonna work though. Not under what's currently happening. Because we know too much Jamaicans want to leave Jamaica right now. And they would definitely take the opportunity. And it's not like them going to take the opportunity and come back. Them want left. Like them want leave and don't come back for a long time. And that's what's going to mess it up for everybody else. Damn it, man. All right. I'll put that out there just so you know. So the Jamaicans that were out there were going to overstay. Maybe you can help the situation by not overstaying and by, you know, abiding by the laws. So them can lift that something there. Because if they lift that, then it'll be nice. Jamaicans, imagine being in Jamaica and you have a Jamaican passport and you literally just, I feel like going to the UK for a week. So you link up some family members, you purchase a ticket, you jump on a plane, boom, you're out of there. Why? Why me did think you're a boy? Says Missy Bram Bram. What you mean? Why you did think me a boy? What did they say when you get here, SouFLo? Oh, when I got back to the US? When I got back to the US, the customs officer, them carry me going in a back room at the airport. And I thought them find drugs for me or me I go to prison or something like that. Them search me up. Them question me for a long time with questions. I was wondering where they're coming from, what this mean. And then eventually she said, if you had came in tomorrow instead of today, you would have been on the first thing smoking back to Jamaica. Just like that. I was like, fuck, Jamaica. Damn. And she said, don't you ever do that again, which is stay out on my green card that long. And I never did. I never did. Matter of fact, shortly after that, I get rid of the green card and get my citizenship. So, but yeah, she was like, don't you ever do this again. That woman looked out for me. And you know what? Again, it was a black woman. Going into the UK, it was a black woman. The one that stamped me. And I tell you the truth, she looked at me like she knows me did a lie. But she was like, because I say I want to stay for 2 weeks. I actually had a return ticket. And my return ticket had a date to come back. But honestly, in my mind, I know I never did come back. But I was thinking when I get there, if the place nice, I can probably legally extend my time to be there. And nothing worked out that way. You know, she saw my ticket. She says I didn't have enough money on me though, but it added up. Like I'm a school student. You know, I'm just coming to see you real quick, and I'm heading back before school starts, kind of thing. I think said 2 weeks, and she stamped 6 months, and I got carried away. Like, yeah, she stamped 6 months. Maybe I can take an extra 6 months on top of the 6 months. What she give me? She must know why she give me the 6 months. Yeah, I wouldn't advise anybody to do that. God, Audrey says God was with you both times. That can be pure luck. And that, I said, Audrey, you know, I tell people this all the time. I said, me now looking back at my life, I even tell my son, none of my boy picking them, none of them was a wild like me. Even up till now, none of them are wild like me. Sometimes, man, they sit around and I'm like, why y'all want to be locked up in a room all day, up on computer all day, or on cell phone all day? You know where I was when I was your age? I don't even know where I was. I was somewhere lost out. But they were well adventurous enough. I was well adventurous. I would just pack my bag and go to the UK. I found myself in a bunch of other places while I was in the UK. Ireland, Scotland, you know, just all up and down over the place. Just meet people and just gone. And them kind of something there. So yeah, I look back and I'm like, yo, this isn't luck. Like, God really is guiding you and protecting your life. I mean, not take it for no joke, you know. I done been to some places and seen some things. One time I was in Scotland. I was in Scotland, and the people I'm traveling with was a bunch of hippies. Like, them wear tie-dye clothes, and them want to find out where the tallest mountain or hill there so them can climb it and go up there to see if them can build the longest spliff them, and them spliff long like this long, and them smoke them up there while the breeze, them fight the breeze, and the breeze no blow away the ganja when them are roll it and stuff. Just bunch of different people with different minds. Like, they'll knock spoon on kettle and call it music and type of shit. So I'm over there with them, and they just decided, oh, this is a beautiful pub. Let's go have a drink, mate. So me, I follow them. Me don't know which part me there. Them tell me if you walk in first. Me first walk in. I don't know if you ever watched them movies where a man walks into the bar and the music stop, everything stop, everybody just turn around and look on you. That's what happened. And everybody just turn around and look on me. I mean, I talk about some big white man when I see on TV, like the one them where roll logs and like strongman competition and stuff. All heap of them in there. Big bearded men drinking beer and some big steins. And they were just staring me down. Survival instinct kick in. Sometimes I'm a little and maga even worse. Survival instinct kick in, a bum, bust a right. I bust a left and went straight to a bathroom. Cause I see the sign for the restroom. I went straight to the restroom. I said, me I go piss. But while I said me I go piss, me say, me I look around to see. And I'm talking to myself like, should I be here? Something can happen to you, you know. Me not see nobody around here will look like your kind. As I'm there, fiddling with my damn zipper and pissing, I was surrounded by men. Them just come and stand up all around me in the pisser. And I looked around and I was like, with my tea in my hand. I was like, oh shit. And they just stood there. And they never said nothing to me. So I keep pissing and I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to get hit in the back of my head. I'm probably gonna get punched, something. They didn't do me nothing, right? So me done piss. Me not even wash my hand. Me done piss, me move out fast. And the people who I came with were out in the back. They have like what they call a garden. So you have inside where you can play a pool and drink and sit down at the bar. If you go straight through, it was a beautiful day, sun was shining. It was still kind of chilly, but the garden was open and tables and stuff out there. So the crew when me come with, them out in the garden. So I go straight now if I go to the garden and I hear somebody shout out and say, that he knows his place. That boy knows his place. So I went out there and I told him, I said, hey, I just got surrounded in the bathroom. And when I was walking out here, one of them said, I know my place. Like my place is outside. So I don't want to stay here. I don't feel safe. And, you know, immediately they all jumped up and they were like, one of them was like, who said that to you? Who said that to you? I was like, it doesn't matter. Can we just go? Because them can't fight. Them couldn't even fight a fly. You know, there were some people who were into some Hare Krishna and some love and peace. And so I was like, come on, let's go. Please. And up out of there. But I could have get hurt. That's all. I got chased by skinheads in London. This one white girl I did there with tell me about, let's take a shortcut here. That's how I cuss the girl. Listen, man. We're running up. We run. She had to run. And me I run. I will run for our life, you know. We end up run go all the way to our friend apartment. And while we are run, she had make a phone call. And Steph opened the door and we ran right in and locked the door. And I cursed her. I cursed her until she cried. Because she was just like, the world is perfect and everybody needs to love each other. And I'm like, I'm a black man. You know those people hang out right there. And you took me through there. She was like, yeah, but I didn't think they would attack you. I did. Man, listen, got through so sitting. But it was all experience. And thank God me did fast enough to run and get to her and these kind of things. She did fast though. She run her ass. Me I run on and know which part me I go. And me have to run at fair speed because I can run way faster than her. Me have to run at fair speed because she have to lead the way. And I didn't know where I was. Yo, that was, you had one of the God's favorite interacting on your behalf. Miss Ruby, I pray grandmother coverage on top of, may I tell you, Audrey. So yeah, man. But all in all, the UK was fun. It was so good over there. Actually, to this day, I still think like I romanticize the time that I spent there. I don't know if it's the same. I've heard that it changed a lot. But if I was to choose, I would definitely live there. I would have lived there. I would have lived in the UK. I would have lived in London specifically. I was loving London. London is like a big melting pot. Was like a big melting pot. I was coming from America where if they said rap music, people would say, okay, that's black people music. If they said rock and roll, people would say, okay, that's white people music. Everything was so segregated and we didn't even realize it, right? You hit the UK, nobody had any specific anything. And they had so many different genres of music. Like they literally have clubs dedicated to different genres of music. It was the first time I went to a soca rave A big soca rave too with thousands of people in it. One set of wine down and just drink and fall down and just enjoying yourself. All the Caribbean flags in there, man. And then it was the first time also, the only time I ever found a club that plays just funk and soul. So you have funk and soul, you have jazz clubs, you have, I'm not talking about old people jazzing or like, I'm talking about jazz you could dance to. All right, young people dress up and go there. And then, you know, then there was garage. Garage was the one that I was really into. And then there was also drum and bass, jungle, like so many different stuff to see and do. But I had to leave at the Queen's request before them deport me. Before them deport me. Yeah. All right. Story time over. Moving right along, right? But we have a conversation about this. Sean Kingston. Sean Kingston will be sentenced in 2 days. Babe? Hello? Babe? Oh. Clubbing kind of change up. No, says Kaz Robinson. You should have tell the Queen, say you're not. The system man, an emperor. They probably would have put me in jail. All right, so Sean Kingston's sentencing in his fraud case is scheduled for August 15th. And he and his mother, careful, mommy, before you knock over. Come. How was it?
Here.
You giving me this? Meet the teacher. That's tomorrow. So tomorrow you get to meet your teacher. Okay. And then the day after that, you're going to school. Right? And they gave you a book. Natasha's Wings. The night before kindergarten. Oh! The night before kindergarten.
Just like I'm going to kindergarten.
Yes, mommy.
She's going to kindergarten.
She's going to kindergarten. This is the night before. See how she got her book bag and all her stuff laid out right here?
Yeah.
And she, look, even her clothes is right here. It's waiting for school in the morning. And she's got a calendar right there. And the date is circled. She's excited. She can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
You are? All right, come off a camera, because everybody else saying I look like me.
I'm pretty glad I said she look like you.
Even your mom said she look like me, don't you? All right. The pictures I try hurt the feelings, man. But it's all right. When you probably are running belly right now because of nerves. Boy, I feel sorry for Sean, but I don't know. You know what's funny? My daughter, my other daughter, my older daughter, Nika, one of her favorite songs is the same Sean Kingston, Beautiful Girl. And when Nika loved to do stuff like sing, so we put on music in the living room and we just lock down the place for a couple of hours, just singing through, you know, karaoke style, whatever, or play the videos and do sing along. And her two favorite songs, her two artists, them gone to prison for a long time. Well, Sean is on his way. We're going to talk about him in a minute. And the next one is Salento. Oh, no, remember, watch me where, watch me nene, okay. Where, watch me nene, watch me do it. That's that brother that get a whole heap of years in a prison just now. And when I told her, she was like, what? For what? Let me tell her for what. And now, just now, she was over here and we were doing sing-overs and we got to Beautiful Girl. She was like, Dad, play Beautiful Girl. And I was like, you know that's Sean Kingston, right? She was like, yes, I know that. I said, you know what's happening to him now? She goes, no. I said, he's on his way to prison. And she goes, what? For what? Time flies, the children grow. Sean Kingston's sentencing in his fraud case is scheduled for August 15th. Today is the 12th. He got the 13th and the 14th, 2 more days, and a wake up. He and his mother were convicted on multiple counts of wire fraud for defrauding businesses in a multiple $1-million scheme. His mother, Janice Turner, was recently sentenced to 5 years in prison on July 23rd, and Kingston was previously held in federal custody after failing to post the $300,000 bond, but he was later allowed to post a surety bond, and he was released on bail pending his sentencing. In 2 days, he will know his fate. As far as Sean goes, there's something brewing out there that somebody sent me yesterday, that Sean Kingston was probably... So let me put y'all on to what's going on. I have to open my email for this. Them says something about Sean might be working with the feds and giving up information to lessen his prison time, because I'm pretty sure they're going to give him prison time. The reason why is because when this happened, he was already on probation for receiving stolen goods. So normally when you commit a crime while on probation, it kind of tells the judge that you don't have any intentions of changing what it is you're doing. So them normally hit you hard, right? Okay, boom, see there, Sean Kingston. Wanna hear this? Okay. Sean Kingston will be sentenced to federal prison this Friday coming, August 15th. But the upcoming court hearing just took a dramatic turn. Sean Kingston just filed a secretive motion for downward departure in sentencing under seal, which means that the public and the media cannot read the content of this. This often points to the defendant providing substantial assistance about other crimes to receive less jail time. Jamaica asks, hearing about Jamaica, Sean Kingston asks the court to seal the documents for a time not less than the defendant's natural life. And the judge has approved that request. So the document must have something in it that is juicy. So with Sean Kingston's long-standing ties to people like Chris Brown and Justin Bieber and Davido, and his deep street connections in both South Florida and Jamaica, rumors of paying Big U. Big U is one of the big leaders of the Crip set out in Los Angeles, who is now also in federal custody, by the way, facing a lot of time. So with rumors of him also paying Big U and the 60s Crips for protection in California, and relationships with most of Hollywood over his multi-year career, we all want to know, who is Sean Kingston going to give up or snitch on to get out of this? Maybe it's even his own mother. Charlamagne the God already gave Sean Kingston Donkey of the Day on the Breakfast Club, and them send me the link to all of that. Now, I put this out there to say this because that's what's out there. The paperwork is actually right here about the documents. I can go right through the paperwork, right? Can go through the paperwork. The defendant motion to file under seal. I'm not an attorney, so I'm not saying that this is what he is doing. People normally say, because in Squash case, it was the same thing. They filed a motion to have certain things sealed and have certain things not go into the public space. And that motion was denied. So the motion was temporarily granted and then the motion was denied. So when he goes to trial, if he doesn't take the deal from the feds, everything might come out, right? The defendant's motion to file, the defendant, Keshawn Paul Anderson, through undersigned counsel, respectfully files this motion to file under seal in accordance with local Rule 5.4 and in support states the following. The undersigned counsel respectfully requests leave to file the motion for downward departure and its attachments. Now, I could go through all these paperwork, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll look up further what that means. Now you're going to sell someone else down the river to lessen your sentence. Mind him don't reach prison. I wonder what else in mix up in us, says Audrey. Well, Audrey say, I guess out the road better than in a prison. I'm not gonna say he's selling anybody. I'm gonna say what I have learned about people who have existed in a certain space is that they have a lot of dirt that could be for sale. Let's put it that way. They have a lot of dirt that could be for sale. You know, something in there that could be your bargaining chip. And I don't know if he's going to use his bargaining chip or not. I'm not speaking like I know specifically what he's doing. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
SouFLo, my brother.
Yeah, my king, my there. What go on?
There, man. They are tuning from morning, man. I exercise and I go and do some work, you know, and sitting.
See.
But as they are taught that Sean Kingston saying, remember saying, you know, he have tight link with the number artist there, you know.
Yeah. Who we are gonna talk about next?
Thing what they go on right now, you know.
Who we are gonna talk about next?
So you see where you have spicy information what can potentially get him up out of there.
Okay, so
just think about it.
Yeah, so here what?
Think about it.
Me hear say, when such person got the gun handed to them, it was the event that was under surveillance was
his event?
Was actually a pool party, and it was his event.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So like I said,
in a film company,
see, yeah, you know that the link is there. So if you don't know, that link is there.
Yeah, man. Cause remember when Mama come out and she did a dance round and I sing, yeah, what you know about? Yeah. But another person that we're gonna talk about next anyway. So.
Okay, but you see connection. You see there's something can really do that still.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, man. That's it.
All right.
Remember back in our chat. Now go and do what I want to listen. But that's what I want to that.
All right,
find that out.
Manners. Now, what a downward departure means, though, it doesn't mean that you're gonna snitch. So in Florida, a downward departure refers to a judge's decision to impose a sentence that is less than the one that is recommended by the sentencing guidelines. That's what a downward departure means. And this occurs when mitigating factors exist that justify a sentence below the guideline range. These factors can include the defendant's minor role in an offense, the defendant's need for specialized treatment, or the victim's role in initiating or provoking the crime. So that's what that means. And it doesn't necessarily mean say I go snitch for nobody. Florida using. Let's take this call real quick. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo.
Yo, fam, what go on?
Be careful what you talking about, man. They come back at you with that.
No, man, I'm going off paperwork. I'm going off what's in the public. I don't listen. That's my thing, right? And this is why I could float in any circle, because whatever I do or whatever I say or decide to have a conversation about is already out there, and I'm able to pull it up right in front of me, so everybody else could see it. Yeah, so I'm not.
I was talking about that overstaying. You're talking about back then.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Now you say you overstayed when you went to the UK and stuff.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but you know we don't want to hear that. You don't mind they listening.
But fam, that was a long time ago though. That was another 2 lifetimes ago. You think they might hold that against me when I try to go back?
Probably 50-50.
Damn it, man. And that's my biggest reason for not trying yet.
No.
All right, Manas. I thought you were talking about something else. Because, you know, we know, listen, this is one thing about us, right? And this is a rule that I move by. So it can show a face a street. If we talking about it, it already went public. If we talking about it, hundreds of thousands of, if not millions of people already know it. So we now come with nothing new, say, oh, me dig up the people in business and I come give to the public, right? This is how we move. Anyways, downward departure defined. When a judge decides to sentence a defendant to a term of imprisonment that is below the minimum recommended by the sentencing guidelines, and it's considered a downward departure. So downward, and this is because the defendant might need specialized treatment, because the defendant might have played a minor role in whatever the crime was that they were. So if you must say him played a minor role, it must say him mother did the main person who was the kingpin in this, and he was just a minor role going along with. I don't know. Or it could be used for people who are cooperating with law. Oh, see, I pulled the whole thing out. Or it could be used for people who are cooperating with law enforcement. Means that the defendant is cooperating with law enforcement in an investigation or prosecution of that crime. So that's against yourself anyways. Remorse. The defendant has shown genuine remorse for the offense, particularly if it was an isolated incident. There might be a plea bargain on the table as well, or petitioning for a plea bargain, or if the person was a youthful offender, which he's not, and if it's a non-violent crime as well, that could be applied to it. So there's a good understanding of it. I think I'm going to make a prediction right now. Just like I'm going to make a prediction yesterday and said I think JLP is going to win the next election in Jamaica, and Andrew Holness is going to get his third term. Even though I know that me want to see, because, you know, I could give you a million reasons why. But judging from what I have been observing over quite a period of time now, it looked like that I wish part that I go, and we'll meet after the elections to where you can say, boy, SouFLo, you did right. Or you can say, but tell us say you did wrong. See? Right. It's the same way I'm going to make this prediction right now. Sean Kingston will not get more than 2 years. I've never seen somebody on probation commit a crime along the lines of the same crime he was on probation for and get more probation. So that tell me already, say he's going to get some time. His mom, who we thought were going to get forever and a day because she was facing 80 years, which is the same amount of time he's facing, because each count carries 20 years, which I already said him not gonna get no 80 years. She got 5. And if she got 5 and she already served time before for that same type of crime, Sean ain't getting no 5. He's not getting 2. I think the judge is going to stretch him to about 2. He'll end up serving 1. And then he'll be out. That's my prediction for him. If he gets time. If he gets time. Either way, man, it's prison. And 1 day in a prison are too much. But when you're facing 80 years and them kind of numbers there, and you end up with 1 year or 2 years instead of 80, instead of 10, instead of 20, because the judge could go overboard. The judge could say, you have to make an example out of you. Or not if I go argue with that and give him 10 or 5. His mama got 5. And the judge did not like his mom. The judge actually made it known he did not like the mom. And he said why. It was because she got up in court and she said some stuff which led him to see that she wasn't remorseful. She was more like trying to shift blame. And he never liked that at all. And he said Sean Kingston had said, put the court on notice earlier that he wanted to get up and say something, but then he didn't. Last minute, he decided he wouldn't speak. And the judge said that was a wise idea. That is why I had her taken into custody as soon as the verdict was read. And that is why I allowed him to go on bail. Had he got up and said anything along the lines of his mom, what she said, he would have got put in there too, and he would have been locked up pending sentencing. So the judge never liked the mother, and the mother ended up with 5 years. Sean gonna get about 2, and he'll end up doing 1. That's my prediction. Missy Brom says 3. Snitch for 1. No, I think he's gonna get about 2, and he's gonna end up doing 1. That's why when you're doing wrong, do it by yourself, says Kaz Robinson. We use public records around here. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica, Kerr. Absolutely. We don't in a nobody business. We don't want in a nobody business like that. If your business go public, we will talk about it, and everybody know that. So, and other than that, we see and blind here and there. I'm gonna tell you something, right? There's a lot of stuff that we could talk about. As far as people business go. You see that phone here? That phone here stay full. So much so that a lot of the stuff I don't even check until like weeks later after I get it. Sometimes I get a chance to go through the phone and I sit down there and I go through and some of it I just send it, go to the chat room. Some of it I just skip it because I know I'm not going to talk about it. I want to see more happen first. I want to see it come out in the public space first. All kind of stuff like that. We're not bringing people business out there. That's dangerous. It's dangerous if you're going to be showing your face, walking around and digging up people's business and exposing people at the same time, especially people who have power to move and can move around. You know what I mean? We make up our mind for a long time. I got to say, that's not the way to go. Anyways, now, with that said, off of Sean Kingston, we wish Sean all the best. And again, we're not kicking anybody when they're down. And I know somebody I got to say, there he goes again, supporting criminals. Somebody asked me a couple of days ago, why do you always support celebrities that do bad things? And I said, I don't say it's not necessarily celebrities, not just humans. I wish good for everybody. What I want you to do, you see, is remove this thing in your mind where you look on people and think, oh, that's a celebrity, so they're like way up here. And I'm not a celebrity, so I'm like way down here. I promise you, besides probably the amount in their bank account, if you don't have what them have, that's probably all they have that's different from you. Everything else about them are the same. Trust me, when them put on them pants, the pants don't dangle in the air and them jump in it. Them get up and put one foot in it just like you. If them wear belt, them strap it and buckle it just like you. Them button the shirt up and down just like you. Them brush teeth and gargle and floss just like you. Them brush or comb hair or get haircut just like you. Them go cook food in the kitchen or when them done eat. Them constipated sometime and sometime them have diarrhea just like you. Them get sick just like you. Them heal up just like you. They're just like you. Ain't nothing different than these celebrity people. So when I look at these people, right, I don't look at them like, him guilty, take away everything we him have, strip him of all he's worked for all these years, dash him in a prison. I look at it as a human being that got caught up in some BS. Whether you, hey, and if him do it 2, 3, 4 times, that's how it is in life. Sometimes it takes some of us 4 tries before we get it right. Don't? I know all of we get it right the first time. It's not all of us look at people who do it and we're like, okay, me not have to touch the stove to know say it's hot. I'm that kind of person. I don't have to touch the stove to know it's hot. Me watch it burn John John. John John over there talk about, my hand. Me not touch it next, right? Some people, they see it burn. A bunch of different people, them still have to go up, they go touch it. And then, it burned me. We have different people out here. So lend grace to people. You know what I'm saying? Lend grace to people because we all fall from grace at some point, or we all make mistakes, or we all get caught up in some way at some point. That's life. That's life. You know, I wish him all the best, man. I don't want him. Remember, I know prison is no fun place, you know. If you look at what's his name? The guy that is doing time for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Tory. Tory ended up getting stabbed up the other day. When gets stabbed like 15, 16 times, two collapsed lungs, all kind of something, airlifted out of the prison. When you go to prison, anything can happen behind those bars. Look at Peter Tosh's son that a lot of you don't know about. Peter Tosh's son was in the United States of America. He was doing reggae music just like his dad. And it's crazy because his father is the main, he's considered the poster person for an advocate for marijuana. Legalize it. And I will advertise it. That was Peter Tosh from way back when. First one out the gate. His son came in those same veins. And his son did there the music. And his son just so traveled from one state where what he had was legal into another state where what he had was not legal there. End up got sent to jail, prison. Him say, all right, I'm out doing prison time. They beat him senseless in there. Another inmate. And he got put in a coma. And so they released him to his family for his family to take care of him. And he ended up passing away from those head injuries. So prison, I don't know, oh, him do wrong, just send him in there. The man, okay, they move around some dollars and cents and hold on to some people, something. Them never rape no picnic. Them never kill nobody. You know what I mean? So anything could happen in there. Is it worth, is it justifiable if I lose my life if I'm stabbed up 15 times when what I was doing was like pay a down payment on something and then keep it and not pay the rest of the payment? I don't know. So I wish him all the best and I hope he learned from this and he get up out of there and get back out here and get back to his music. I think Sean Kingston can still make something of himself again. Even after him done doing time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Moving right along from that, we're going to talk about squash now. Because, yeah, it's a part of his growing pains, Audrey. It's a part of his growing pains. I don't want to discuss this personal part of his life, but I do wonder. Sean Kingston is like 35 years old. So when you woman there, when you picnic there, why you still there in your mother's yard? Are you and your mother still live together? I don't know. Maybe it's something that he chose to do. You know, in our culture, that's not far-fetched. Especially for people who don't have the resources, that's not far-fetched. Or those who have money, that's not far-fetched. We see it all the time. People with a lot of money in Jamaica, them they will live up on the hill. Them picnics still living at a big house. Them share the big house with them. So it's not that far-fetched. Maybe he's just not ready to be in a marriage, to start making children. Maybe he's trying to make a comeback with his career, get a second wind run. You never know. You never know. I wish him all the best, man. Kaz Robinson says he might have learning difficulties. Well, I try to say Kaz, him probably can't sing good, but him probably slow. I don't know. I've observed him over the years do interviews and stuff. Nothing about him says he's slow to me. I don't know. But you never know. You never know. Asperger's syndrome. Asperger's? Nah. They ain't got no Asperger's. Mr. Bram said I'm slow. I don't think so. Big and slow. Yeah, and big and slow physically. I don't think he's Sean big and slow physically. I don't think Sean is slow, like mentally slow. And I definitely don't think he got Asperger's syndrome. Either way, we ain't gonna kick him when he's down. Not here. We wish him all the best. We're gonna move on to squash now, though. See, squash and Sean Kingston and Sean Kingston's mom have a link, a close relationship. If y'all remember when Mama Kingston got released the first time, and the luxury car pick her up and drop her off at the house, it was squash music that was playing, and she was dancing when she got out the car. What you know about squash? That one there, did I play? Something about something 50 grand when I spent on watch, something. But that was the one that was playing. Anyways, Jamaica dancehall artist Squash, whose real name is Andre Maurice Whitaker, is currently facing some serious legal challenges in the United States, which we all know. The accusations are federal authorities here in the US have alleged that Squash is the leader of a transnational criminal organization. Now, if you walk this back, you will remember that when Donald Trump took office, there's a old-time, wartime law that's on the books, which allows the President of the United States of America to give orders for this type of deportation to be carried out, people to be deported to places they're not from. That, how Donald Trump got there was by labeling these gangs as transnational criminal organizations. Transnational criminal organizations fall under the terrorist group or terrorist activity grouping. So now, to say that Squash is the leader of a transnational criminal organization, which is seen as a terrorist group, he very much falls under, we can deport you to wherever we're sending criminals to do their time. I don't know, Eswatini, wherever else they have sent people so far. Squash has up until August 26th deadline. Today is the 12th. So he has 14 days left. 13 days left, really, to accept the plea deal and to avoid a September trial. If he doesn't accept the plea deal, his trial is set to begin September 2nd of 2025 in the Southern District of Florida. Federal prosecutors allege that they have evidence that links Squash to G City Gang, which they say is a transnational criminal enterprise that is operating between Jamaica and Florida. And the legal troubles also involve a firearm which was reportedly purchased for Squash by his wife. All right. With that, I don't know if the firearm was purchased for Squash by his wife. That right there ties up a lot of things also. I'm still trying to find out what the details of his deal is. Is this going to be one of those, we are criminally persecuting your wife as well, and he's going to have to decide to take it all for himself, or take them to court and fight for himself, and they persecute the wife as well in the process? Because she could be criminally persecuted or prosecuted if, well, persecuted as well, but prosecuted if they decide that that's what they want to do. You know, she purchased a gun. How did it end up in his hands? It's like she purposely gave him a weapon, knowing that he wasn't in status to have a weapon. So she's a part of whatever scheme there is. They could also go as far as to say she knows everything. You know that you're with a gangster. You know what he does. You know who he is. and you took steps to arm him, it's going to be interesting to see if he accepts the feds' little deal that they have on the table for him, or if he decides to not take the deal. I'm going to make a prediction. My prediction is that he will take whatever deal is on the table. My prediction is he will take the deal, because if he don't take the deal, I think they're going to fry him purposely and with all their might. I think he's between a rock and a hard place right now, and he's going to have to take the deal regardless of whatever that deal is. Regardless of whatever that deal is probably better than what he's going to be facing if he don't take the deal. I don't know if you all saw the other day, Bobby Schmurder has a friend, one of his group mates who got arrested around the time Bobby them got arrested. The state said to him to take a deal, right? And he'll be out in 5 to 10. He said, F the deal. We taking this to trial. He blew trial, and now the state gave him 100 and something years behind bars at 20-something years old. So, like I said, they play a certain way. And if you're between a rock and a hard place like that, most of the time the best bet is to take the deal. Now remember, I don't know what the details of this deal is, but I'm guessing it's better than what he will face if he tries to fight them. See, Audrey, it's overkill, right? But they love doing overkill when it comes to a certain kind. It's overkill, right? But they love making an example out of certain kind. So they already know. If they know who he is and they're like, well, he's popular amongst the Jamaican crowd, he'll be a good one for us to make an example out of. Because if they do it to a regular Jamaican who we don't know, it's going to fly under the radar. Nobody is going to know. If we hit him hard, all of Jamaica is going to know. Do you see every time we go to court with him, how it's plastered all over the Jamaica news? It's in their Gleaner. They have one that's called The Observer. They have one that's called The Star. They have one that's called, they have TVJ, CBM. Don't you notice it's all over their news? So if we hit his ass with 100 years, we can wake up a lot of Jamaicans. They wouldn't mind making a big example out of him. But then again, squash father them working with the feds and telling them certain things, and everything is in place for, it's just a matter of putting it together with them for him to, I don't know, do his time here and still stay here. But not under Trump. Because Donald Trump said, even if you get asylum here and you express that I'm in danger, they're going to take my life if I go back to Jamaica while they're trying to deport you, you ending up somewhere over on the continent of Africa or in some other country. I advise you all to actually just tune in, not tune in, but look up weekly new countries that have been added to the U.S. third country deportation list. Look up, just type that in Google and look it up. They're releasing the new countries. The last I checked, it was 12. They have 12 different places now that have agreed, that have signed agreements with Donald Trump government that they'll be sending people to from here. So if you came here under and you were granted asylum, which means they found a reason to help you save yourself, and you ended up committing a crime here, they're not necessarily going to send you back to where you came from, especially if you express that you're going to lose your life, but they're not going to keep you here either. So you're going to end up going somewhere else. Let's see how squash situation plays out. It's going to be very interesting to watch this play out. Not to mention, the world already knows he has close associates who are incarcerated in the U.S. One in particular, and the charge was a triple murder charge. So we're going to have to see if they draw him into that. And a part of his deal is testimony against certain individuals in order to gain his own freedom. We're going to have to see it. Either way, man, I want y'all to remember this. It's super easy to get into some shit. It's real hard to get out. Let me say it one more time. It's super easy to get into some shit. It's real hard to get out. That's why I'm going to try to walk a straight and narrow, you know. And I like the temptation of the wrong way, you know, and I like the things that they have to get into. But all y'all know what I'm talking about. It's super easy to get into. Real hard to get out. Stay close. 2 days from now, Sean Kingston sentencing. 13 days from now, Squash will learn if he's going to go to trial or if he's going to accept the deal that's given. The details of his deal might not be made public. They might seal it so we can't even get the details. But if they decide to release it, then best believe that we'll have it. But we'll obviously get it from a public space, right? Or available to a public space. The last one of the morning is New York City comes alive. Labor Day weekend is approaching soon. If you've ever been to Brooklyn, Labor Day weekend, it's something to always remember. Vybz Kartel is doing Labor Day weekend at the Barclays. So he's returning to the Barclays again, which means this will be his third time because he already did back-to-back shows at the Barclays, locked it down twice, and now this is his third time going back again by popular demand. August 30th, August 29th, Vybz Kartel will be there. So Mr. Vybz Kartel, I go back to the Barclays, right? And I thought to myself, how Cartel I go back to the Barclays, but Alkaline is also slated to perform at the Barclays. Alkaline recently released a track called Keyman, and I went to go listen to Keyman, and right under it, it says next show, and it says August 30th at the Barclays. So I was like, damn, Cartel and Alkaline are going to share the same stage. Check what they did. Vybz Kartel is slated to be at the Barclays on the 29th. Alkaline is slated to be at the Barclays on the 30th. And it will be Alkaline, Shedsia, Elephant Man, Capleton, Mr. Vegas, TOK, Tony Mataran, Tanta Metro, and Devante. And then they're going to have a special headliner who will be revealed at that show. Now I said to myself, what if the special headliner on the 30th is Bounty Killer? Because Bounty Killer just played Barclays and sold it out too. So what if it's Bounty Killer? Now, when I've seen the last interview that Bounty Killer just did recently with DJ Academics, where they talked about Alkaline, where he said, anyway, I'm say Alkaline, anyway, me hold him, I have to go defend that. Because Alkaline did tell him to go suck his mother when he told him about the brata, body wash, something. So if both of them end up at Barclays, it's going to be very interesting to see what will come of that. Mr. Bram said, Vybz are stick to the place where bring him most prosperity. Yeah, they requested him to do it again. But I think it's funny how they have Vybz Kartel for the 29th. I mean, I see nobody else listed for the 29th but him. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, brethren.
Morning, family. What going?
Well, I make $2, you know.
Yes. See that? Up and about, right?
With the install of water heater, right, you know.
And that you know?
Yeah, man.
You have skills, man. Get to it.
No, man, it will come in heating and AC, you know.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait for it. Well, we ain't for this thing, I will squash and what name again? Kingston. Yeah. My problem was all of them you know. Vybz Kartel to all of them.
Yeah.
When them grow up, they never surround themselves with elders. Who to guide them in the right way. Because look at it this way, the way I assess it right, say Cartel, then Sean Kingston or squash. Yeah, we did the group we did the 5, 6 away, right? You bust out. You buy me car, you buy clocks and everything, right? Try to another, you know, you're going to a party and a man step on Cartel to our thing like that. First you go, say, boy, done him. Now, man, you do that head, I say, boy, just chill, man. And after that, say, that's when they get carried away.
Yeah, but when we grow up, we don't have no elder around we like that. I mean, we have elders where we can talk to and thing and guide with, but when we go to the party and when we have match the road, then we don't carry elders them every which part we go.
No, when we lead them up to, you know.
Yeah.
The older generation are reggae artists them. From the Wheelers, Alkaline, and all of them and when you hear them on the story, all of them have one thing in common. They are elders in them surrounding.
Yeah. Everybody can.
I remember say all of them and they start out in them late teens, early 20s and stuff like that. So I don't know anomaly that.
Right. But may I say everybody can be the same though, you know, somebody are gonna be different. So
but here
what?
That's why Sean, yeah.
No, may I say here what? The past are gonna be the past though, at some point, right? So
yeah, we agree with you.
Yeah, so if you look at like all the levels now where Cartel then know, it's worth letting the past be the past. It's worth
but I say this Flo, is that the next generation are you them. Remember, you know, say we wind up away in a way. We don't tend to look at the great things people do. The positive things is always the negative for the younger generation. Yeah. So and that's what I am concerned about the next generation of DJ them will come out. Except there's a constant there though. Except the non-Rasta one them. Because the one never go up in the Rasta faith. You never see them and they mix up their criminality. You never see chronics. The one that we can call out the youth, they will go up like this.
But are two different something that too. Are two different something that too. You don't know that, man? Dancehall, you see? Versus reggae.
Yeah.
The genre them split now, you know, brother. So you can tell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so are two different liberty. One I say peace and love and Rastafari and health and strength, and the other one I say, you know, gal and gun and crutches and whole heap of money and luxury this and luxury that. You know, it's like one gone to church and one is worldly. I would counteract by saying, say, boy, back in the 80s, when you have the cat, Josie Wheel, Charlie Chaplin, they were like big DJ them for them time there. So some of them mixed up in a criminality and some of them was not. And the thing that I saw constant at them time there, the one them involved in the Rasta faith never get mixed up in nothing, with the exception of Bujo, with the stupidness. Yeah. That's why because me is a Bujo fan, you know, but we have something like, you know, there with him and the conviction to the coke. We have some work that are my personal, so we never discuss that on here. Yeah, but here what? even that at the long ago past, you know. Yeah. I remember this, you know, Bujo do 10 years, right? And he's been out how many more years after that now? 5 years, 6 years now?
Yeah, about 6 years. 2019. I think 2019 come out.
Okay, so we're talking about 15, 16 years ago. So when I was 16 years ago against a man, brother, especially when the man I lead by example, and you know him think up, and that's not him thing. That's not what he's into. That's not what he's promoting in any way, shape, or form. So, but just say, me fall already, you know. Yeah, me fall already. So, the only way me can go now is up.
Virgin, we for them youth, man, and them have this thing like taboo. Me a me lawyer. I will this and that. And guess what? So for you, know. You see, when the prosecutor and the DA that are the eyes and cross all the T's properly, looking at the best lawyer. You understand? Because so the good lawyer then go there and look for flaws in the indictment. And that the youth don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know squash, but we know man no not say who. Well, we don't say anything. We see the right I know.
Well, you see it in the comment section, all right? We see some people in the comment section say the same thing. Watch out, see SouFLo. Them man, the money long. Them man, they bust any case.
Yeah, man.
I said, okay, we will see.
Prosecutor, you know.
We will see.
Prosecutor in America, they no skin of the game. Because you know him do, when him indict and put a big people, he might become a future congressman or senator. So then I no skin of the game. You understand?
Right.
And the last thing I said, we are really seeing a man, I say, boy, I get where the money come from. The wheelers, the money from Kingston come from ghetto too. And there are the opportunities with them youth have. And back in the day when I bad man about here, when the bad man name again, man, try the mass up, pull the world, try the money, and they say, but they never go for the man the way. Yeah, the man never go for them, the man say, boy, music we do. We don't stay on that, we are brethren still, but we don't mix up in our food sitting.
True.
Yeah, music now in the place and thing, and two things are run, and boy, you're the boss. And you're the dan and them thing, the man, I weave to the next generation and music DJ them coming up on SouFLo.
In the dancehall space.
In the dancehall, yeah man.
Yeah.
The non-Rasta one, because the one they were involved with site Rasta, their man they behave different.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed, because it's a Caucasian bridging pass it out to me. I mentioned it to me, I said, why does the non-Rasta DJ them get themselves in a criminality? I mean, I finish shoot, I mean, she knows a bridging at the or something, in right? You know, bridging, we could just walk and pray for Sean Paul, for squash, they not show the book.
You mean Sean Kingston?
Because it don't look good.
All right. Sean Paul, I said, women name are doing that.
Sean Paul,
just give me the light.
I say Sean Paul, you know, remember, you know, say Sean Paul was an uptown youth, see, and everything. And it's like massive and two, never too deal with him somewhere at Jamaica, give me respect. So him pick up a foreign. Because he never had the negative thing with the cost of the bone business and you know the rare and thing.
Yeah, but even though them not give him respect, and they not really have nothing to do with show him never in the rare and thing. Want me to tell you what? He was just not off the cloth. Dancehall, I get up people something. Whether you like it or not, dancehall, I get up people something. See? So, him just never fit the part. Him just always look like somebody that was trying really hard, and him have a skill and him sound away, but he just didn't fit the part. So it took him a while to earn a space in it. And he's well respected. No. Yeah, but even though. But even though them
have the full respect.
Right. Still.
But then at the same time through. Back in the 80s when Sting started, you know, when Josie Whale, Charlie Chaplin, Brigadier Jerry, them and them. Them and they are around up the place and I see nothing derogatory.
Yeah,
they buy no gun, no car, no pussy, no girl and them thing there. And them and they are really massive.
True.
Yeah. So the music take a change. We know what the youth them a do, take them out of the ghetto, man, but they try paint something positive, man, because in the long run, them a come at distance second, you get caught up with the law. Cartel was a lucky man where he able to prove him thing and get it something like that. But everybody got the same look.
True. Very true.
You know, family, okay. We could
all right,
pray for the best for them.
Yeah, we could speak positivity over them and pray for the best for them, not true?
Oh, one final thing for me, the controversy about shooters, you know. Yeah. There are shooters in Manchester too, you know. When you leave Kirkvine and go up, shooters in between Kirkvine, Sport, Backside Plant, and before you hit Walderston.
Yeah.
There's a part them shooters in too.
That's another one that they need to talk about though, but good for now. All right, big man. Manners and respect. Here, sir. On to my phone. Okay. Hello? Hello? All right. That was it for the morning. Yeah, Vybz Kartel is going to be at Barclays. Alkaline is going to be at Barclays, but they're going to be there at 2 different days. I found it weird that they actually scheduled Vybz Kartel for his own day and scheduled everybody else for the day after him, which tells me that it looks like he's going to do a three-peat at Barclays. He's probably going to roll out with his own crew again, you know, him, Russian, Da Vinci, Black Rhino, so on and so forth. And that's going to be that. Me don't know, but there's nobody else on the spectrum or on the card but him for that day. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning. All right. No more calls for the morning. Well, I left it right there, so. I checked the tickets, and the tickets for Vybz Kartel's day is $126 to $432, and there are tickets available now at Ticketmaster. And then the ticket for the 30th, where Alkaline, Shensia, Elephant Man, Capleton, Mr. Vegas, all the rest of people are going to be, those are $81 to $461 on that day there. Another thing, Vybz Kartel said he's dropping an album soon, and he's in album mode right now. Alkaline just announced not too long ago, say he's dropping an album soon as well. If the 2 of them drop on the same day, trouble. We're going to leave it right there so for now. Remember, they wanted him to do the Sunday night at the Barclays Center in April, but he needed a break. Yes, Nans. Yes. So, well, like I said, he's back by popular demand. They wanted him back again. So it looks like it's going to be a three-peat again. Right? And I don't know who the special guest is, the headliner is. Because they have big names here. Alkaline, Shensia, Elephant Man, Capleton. Any one of those artists right there could headline the second night. But that's not their headliner. They said the headliner for the 30th is a surprise. And I saw your comment earlier where you said, rumor has it, he's going to be on a truck on Eastern Parkway for, in a Brooklyn, on Eastern Parkway. That's going to be crazy. If him up on one of them truck there, you see, yo, that's going to be crazy. That's going to be crazy. Anyways, we're going to leave it right there, so. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. We'll be here tomorrow morning again. If God spare my life, like my grandfather, Mas Clevey said, like my grandmother, Miss Ruby said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful. But it's best to be good. So we just have to be good. All right? And we wish good for others truly as we wish good for ourselves. It's a character you should try developing within oneself. Just putting good energy out into the universe, knowing that whatever you put out here into this universe is coming right back to you, right? All right. With that said, I'll see you tomorrow morning if God spare life, right here on Morning Thoughts with SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.